No. Cap.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Deliciously Nothing OG episode 131. My name's Nick Weir, and I got my regular co-hosts with me. And I got Feezel and Fevin.
That's not how you say
What's
it.
going on? It's
How do you say it?
Fevin and
Nezel.
Fevin and Nezel.
Come on. You messed the whole thing up.
I messed the
I
whole
won't be
thing
doing
up.
wine
We
tonight.
have a treat for you.
But we will be doing. You want to start off with the crown? What do you guys want to start off with?
Beer, crown, wine.
I'm just gonna
Beer,
drink wine
crown,
and beer.
wine.
I just brought
There
this
you
to
go.
participate.
You didn't
That's fine. That's
You
We'll
didn't give
take
me
it as a
fucking
gift.
glass.
We
definitely have
appreciate the
some.
gift.
Yeah.
Stupid bitch.
Yeah. So the guy at the liquor store. Let me just tell you, I was at the liquor store in Murfreesboro. I don't frequent liquor stores anymore, but I was at the liquor store in Murfreesboro, and this guy came in, and he was like clearly on some sort of amphetamines or something. Knocked over an entire like display of Four Roses.
Oh my gosh.
sacrilege.
Dude,
It was-
terrible.
It was incredible, and the guy behind the counter was like trying to be calm about it.
Right, yeah.
And this guy's just like tweaking out over there next to it, just like.
Oh yeah.
And in that moment,
It sounds like me, honestly.
I was thinking to myself, I could walk out with this fine liquor, but I paid for it because so I could buy lottery tickets.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, make sacrifices.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely right.
All right. Well,
Like lottery
to
tickets.
find liquor and lottery tickets.
That's right. Wine is my Valentine.
All right.
Cheers.
Do you drink a lot of wine?
No.
I'm telling you, this is actually the first time I've ever seen him drunk ever.
I'm not drunk.
But you will be.
You will be.
I will be.
Later.
This is literally the first time I've seen him drink.
He also gave us a lovely gift. We got these trees right here.
Oh.
Camera won't pick it up very well, but
You'd be surprised.
We can superimpose that later. Those brush strokes are pretty incredible.
they are.
The
Actually, you just don't see anything.
It's probably just white.
It's just white.
The camera's equally as drunk as the people on the podcast.
The camera is
clearly
always
racist.
drunk, dude.
Where's racist pig at?
Fascist.
Fascist.
That's what I meant
pig.
to say.
No. He lives a couple of counties over.
Which precinct?
he's in Columbia, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cartel.
So we actually take a break from the main show, and doing this show, bringing it back was really Nick's idea. And I mean, I couldn't really, say no to it. I mean, I've been kind of wanting to bring back the old school format of the long conversation. Because when you guys are here, like during the regular Saturday show, you guys are only at the table for about 5 minutes. We say hello, goodbye, and then y'all are fucked off. And by the time the show is, like, I don't really get to say hello or goodbye to anybody because I only really get to see anybody when, like, the group photo, and then when your time here, and then after that, So, I mean, I don't really get more than 5 minutes alone. So this was kind of a good idea to have like a 2-hour conversation where we can really kind of sit down and talk. Or not.
Or not.
No.
Some of them are hard. I've had some
like
that was
that.
hard to get to 45 minutes.
Well, I don't think that.
That's fair.
No, I was just cherishing all the times I've been here. Like,
You've been here quite a few
I've
times.
done it twice, I think.
Has it only been twice? No, you've done it more than twice.
It might have been 3 times.
Yeah.
Might be. I think 3. You did the toga
dude.
party. That one was fun. That was
Dude.
a fun episode.
I came out with that joke. I had white hair.
Yes, you did. Your hair is.
I had
That
silver
white hair is
purple
all
tip.
grown out now.
Oh, dude.
Oh, fucking purple tips.
Old purple tips.
Like
Nothing but
tentacles.
the tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the first tape I'd ever shot, and I'm like, holy shit, there's a camera, we're all here.
Our very, very fancy cameras.
Yeah. I was like, damn.
We are gonna
this shit
upgrade
is
them soon.
Sweet.
Have you guys seen, it's called Windy City Heat?
Yes.
So I didn't know of its existence until yesterday. I was watching the Two Bears podcast, and they had Jimmy Kimmel on there, and he brings it up, and I was like, well, what is this? And so luckily it's on YouTube, and dude, for fucking real. Have you seen it?
No, what is this?
Okay, so it's a prank. Do you remember Crank Anchors?
No.
So it was a show where they had puppets and they were doing prank calls, but it was actually people doing prank calls and they did the puppets to that. It was Jimmy Kimmel produced it. Anyway, they did this one huge prank on this one dude, and they essentially made him think that he was going to make a movie, but instead of him like making a movie, they were just like fucking with him the whole time, right?
Oh.
Yeah, like I think even today he doesn't even realize that it was still truly a prank. The thing about the movie is that they don't really show you like the reveal, like hey, it's a prank. It just kind of ends on like this high note of him, yay, you were in a movie, and then I don't know, it's just. So there's actually a commentary where he's so I'm gonna watch the movie again with the guy who's in. His name is Perry Caravella or something like that. So to listen to see if he actually was aware how much he was aware of what was going on. But Bobcat Goldthwait was the director. You remember Bobcat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobcat.
So he actually directed it and plays the director in it, and it's set up as a documentary. It's not actually a movie. It's set up as a documentary, like a behind the scenes. But it's also they let you know in the very beginning. They let you know like right in the very beginning that it's a prank. But it's like this dude is like a mix between like Sam Kinison and.
Is it the same weird as
Stephen
like
Wright.
The Room?
No.
Kenny.
No.
Kinnison.
No, it's like everybody knows it's a joke but him because like comedians keep popping. Like in the first scene
shit.
when he's getting cast, Dane Cook is sitting out there as one of the
Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He's sitting out there and it's hilarious.
Who the fuck is Polanski?
That's funny.
The yeah, Don Barris is the one that did it.
Stop saying random names.
The director?
No, the comedian.
The comedian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam Kinison.
Don Barris.
He was pretty much
Sam Kinison,
guiding Perry through the whole thing. Like there was someone to be the intermediary between Perry and everybody else, and then the dude would come in. And there was another cat too. I can't remember his name, but Mole. Yeah. But yeah, it was just one of those things. Like I really wish I would have seen that when it came out, because I've always been into pranks and stuff like that, and I never knew of its existence. But seeing it, man, it was just so great to see something that was just so funny, and just watch something like that's not fake, like to watch someone's like actual reaction to something. And which was really weird because he really seemed like this kind of Sam Kinison type, where he would yell, but it was like oh type of Sam Kinison type thing.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, it was also good. Like if you haven't seen it, definitely see it, because I mean it's just watching people. Like there's a point where like he's getting thrown in a dumpster. He plays a detective, and like the bad guys are picking him up, throwing him in the dumpster, and like, all right, well let's do it this next time, but let's add shit into the dumpster. And so they throw him again, and he's got shit all over, and like the shit's not wet enough, so they wet the shit down, and they throw him in there again. It's just like, yeah,
Crank yank prank.
yeah. The crank anchors are great too, because it was like the Muppets, but prank calls.
Like Sesame Street.
Yeah.
X-rated.
Adult
Just
Swim,
about. Yeah.
Puppets.
Like Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Yep. If you've got Pluto, Crank Anchors comes on for 3 hours every day on the Comedy Channel.
And what's that little robot show that kind of looks like everything's for like retarded people?
Oh, Mystery Science 3000.
Oh no, that's cool. No, like Roly Poly Oly. You know that?
Oh, that like kids show. Yes.
Roly Poly Oly
Yeah.
on the Pluto channel.
The Pluto Channel? Pluto's an entire app, dude.
What the fuck is that?
Pluto TV.
Is that for like minorities?
Probably like a
I think
network,
so. I think it is targeted at
Like
minorities.
Tubi?
It's like Tubi for what?
Like for redneck people.
Yeah.
Tubi is actually pretty awesome.
No, Tubi
like,
goes hard, dude.
like their horror movies, man. Like they've got some awesome horror
We'll have
movies.
some stuff in there. Like they got like old Carlin specials on
The
there.
comedy
I've
specials,
seen
yeah.
Some Ralphie May ones.
No, they've got pretty much everything. Yeah,
I haven't
it's-
looked at a comedy show on Tubi.
They also have
Some-
a bunch of good movies on Tubi.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Brought to you by
Yeah, dude.
Tubi.
Tubi, we like you.
Well, it's crazy that Tubi is for free. I mean, obviously it's got advertising and shit like that, but like Netflix is putting out a version where they have advertising, and you still got to pay for it.
I know.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like the fact that Tubi is for free, and then Netflix is fucking like robbing the fuck. Because I remember when fucking Netflix was like $4.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. A blowjob, but other than that,
Do you think if they put Tubi, if they put Rolly Oli Oli on Tubi, it'd be Tubi Ubi Ubi?
I'd never thought that before.
Tubi Ubi. Dude, on Tubi they just make you watch Bleach commercials.
Yeah.
Brought to you
Like
by
some Dawn
Tide
shit,
Pods.
dude.
It's always Tide Pods. It's like, do you want me to eat them or not?
That's exactly right.
I mean, why do you
They want me to
make
eat
them so
McDonald's
tasty
and
like
Tide
that?
Pods.
have you ever eaten a Tide Pod?
I thought about it.
Look at his face. Of course he has.
I almost
Yeah.
drank fucking hydrogen peroxide one time.
Really? What was the
Yeah.
motivation?
It was like, no, it wasn't like a suicidal like idea. It was like I was having a party, and I was drinking a lot of Tito's at the time, and I was having a party, and someone had given me a weed shot glass from like Colorado that put pennies in, and I wanted to use it for the party, but I've been storing pennies in it. And so I was cleaning it, and I filled it with a glass of hydrogen peroxide to disinfect it. And I was also drinking Tito's while I was cleaning up around the house. And I was looking at the glass of Tito's on the counter, and then like the full glass of hydrogen peroxide, and I put it up to my nose, and I was like, oh, I didn't even like quiver or anything from it. I was like very deep in like,
Wow.
I was like, oh, this isn't even that bad. I could just drink this. And I probably get really fucked up. And then something like maybe like my mom's voice in my head, like, don't do that for some reason. Because I thought I would just get drunk. You know, I didn't think through.
So did
Yeah.
you drink it?
No, I just put it back down. And then I like searched it like later. And then
Nice, dude.
I searched later, and I was like, that will kill you. Like that will like melt your stomach lining, and like your
Oh
organs will
my
swell. It
God,
happened to my
dude.
friend.
That's crazy.
What is going on with you people? What is
I'm from Louisiana.
Okay. I mean, don't you have no shit that can kill you, like alligators and shit? You just gotta drink
Right,
peroxide.
The doctor was like, if you drink again, like you're gonna die. And then like 3 months later, he was like, I've been doing natural healing. I can drink again. And he's been drinking ever since. But
Well, good luck to that lighting.
yeah, he's a wizard, dude.
All right.
Aerospace engineer, soon to be doctor.
And he couldn't figure out that he didn't need to drink peroxide?
No, I was drinking peroxide.
Oh, I thought you said that he did too.
No.
Aerospace engineer.
Yeah,
Where'd that come from?
that's his profession.
But if he didn't drink peroxide, what's his relevance?
I don't know.
Okay,
Does
good.
everybody drink peroxide in Louisiana?
Yeah, is that common for you
Oh
guys?
no, he was the one that was drinking himself with the stomach lining.
With regular alcohol?
Yeah.
Not peroxide?
Not peroxide.
Okay.
Like he had just been drinking. We had been drinking since little kids, like so much that it like melted his stomach
I
lining.
see.
I was having like horrible cramps.
Oh,
Bring him to
good.
the hospital and shit. And then he was like, "I'm gonna keep drinking."
That's a trooper right there.
That is a trooper. Holy shit.
I'm gonna be a fucking a space doctor. And keep drinking.
That's good. Those are the
Hey,
people
it
you
looks
want in
like it got him
space.
through.
Exactly. Like Fallout 3 or something.
Is that good? Has anybody seen it?
What?
Just follow the show.
The show?
Oh, the show? Has anybody seen the show?
Seen
no.
a couple episodes of it. I thought it was cool.
I played the
Nobody
first
got time for
Fallout.
that. No, I'm just kidding.
I've only really played Fallout 3. It's the only one.
New Vegas only.
New Vegas was cool.
Now, isn't New Vegas the one that's supposed to be notoriously bad?
No, it's the best one.
Is it the best one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the best one. It's amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
What makes it amazing?
You're killing fucking lizards. With like a 6-shot revolver, and it's like with the big iron on his hip,
Oh,
big
yeah.
iron on his hip, and you're just like, And then there's bigger monsters, and you have to get a bigger gun. You can shoot nukes in that game. Dude, you ever been playing a game and being like getting beaten so bad? I was fighting a guy with a grenade launcher, and then he took the time to throw a grenade. Like he's shooting me with a grenade launcher, busting my ass so bad that he throws a grenade.
Throws another one.
Yeah.
What?
What's with all these grenades?
What? Where are they coming from? Were they plasma grenades? Were they?
Like Halo 2?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I've beaten every Halo game on Legendary like multiple times.
Yeah, me too, dude.
Oh my
Same.
god. With my autistic German friend named Sphene. Collect every like Pokemon card you can imagine, every console to ever
dude.
exist.
That's sick.
He collects the local trash and sells it and buys fancy trucks.
Sphene?
Sphene. Sphene Neuhauser.
Where is he?
He's an accountant in Houston now.
Nice.
For my my friend's wealthy family.
Shit.
We all went to college together. Now I'm in his wedding. It's the first wedding I'm in.
Very nice.
It's weird. I'm like, dude, I've seen these guys grovel on the ground. You know what I mean?
You've seen them fucked up. You've seen them do like crazy shit, jump off houses maybe.
Yeah, like no, like like jump on the top of my car and surf it as I drive them around the apartment complex, hammered, all of us hammered. Because when one of them drinks too much, he just becomes a demon, and we have to chase him around the yard.
Oh God, no.
We
What's
get
the
them-
demon's name?
Tornado.
Tornado.
Yeah, when he gets like that, he's Tornado.
Usually everyone has that, like that group of friends that has that one friend who drinks and becomes a different personality to the point where they actually name that personality.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Brittany or something.
Okay.
Brittany could
Is that
be
you?
the one.
Are you Brittany?
No.
Are you Brittany Griner? I'm behind bars.
Bars.
But I
For
got
weed.
bars. Yeah.
All right.
Her saying she could beat. Who did she say she could beat one-on-one?
Probably LeBron or something. Oh, Putin definitely, dude. I would like to see her square up with Putin.
Yeah, she has to. Putin just has to square up
That's
with America's tallest black lesbian and just fucking duke it out for her freedom.
Holy shit.
She could maybe take Putin, low key.
I think she could.
I don't know.
I think she could. Oh yeah.
Yeah, with a little. She could be like John Jones in that bitch with those proportions.
I don't think Putin's that jacked, dude.
He looks pretty jacked in the photoshopped images of him.
Yeah, that's Photoshop, dude. That's not for real.
It's real.
None of that is real. He's an old man.
It's all
He's
not real.
just as frail as like
None of it's true.
I don't
As
know,
who?
Trump maybe. Or
Don't
something.
get me started
Not
with
even
Trump.
true, dude. Putin
You don't
would
think
whip
so?
Trump's ass.
You think so in a
In a
fight?
fist fight? Yeah, he was
Really?
in the KGB, bro.
Yeah, he fucking murdered.
I think
Was he?
Putin's a badass. I wouldn't fuck with Putin.
They-
Fuck
Really?
no, dude.
Yeah.
That guy probably trains for fun. You know what I mean?
He's
Oh,
got one of
shit.
the original microchips, like at the base of his brain, that the KGB put in there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's
Imagine-
running on original technology, dude.
And he always has a knife
At
because it's
least
built
one.
into his thigh. He can pull,
Pops out.
he can pull it out at any
Pops out?
time. Yeah.
He's got one of those fillings that he can pop out and kill himself whenever he wants to.
Oh.
The cyanide capsule.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeah, he lives on the edge.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Edge,
Yeah.
That's Putin.
That's Putin. Now I know, dude. I didn't know. I don't pay too much attention to politics and whatnot.
I don't either.
Global affairs.
So it's Brittany Griner with armor on versus Putin with a knife.
Who has an alligator?
No one and everyone at the same time.
I hate that fight.
So there's also
Why
an
do you hate
alligator.
that fight?
Well, because there's no alligator involvement.
What if it's a crocodile?
No, there is
We'll take a crocodile.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying there is a crocodile.
There's a crocodile, but not an alligator.
Yeah, but no one has it. Like
Are
it's
they
not on
fighting in a
anyone's team.
swamp?
Like
It's just in there.
it's just in there. Like they don't have it.
I like that.
You know.
It's a
It's a
random
1v1v1.
Okay.
Oh, everyone for themselves.
Dude, I have fucking nightmares of alligators every night. It's horrible.
Do you? Why?
Yeah. It's just I don't know, dude.
How many of you see? You've probably seen quite
All
a
the
few.
time. And maybe not even that many to have nightmares about them, you know, but they're there. And then there's Nutri-Rat, dude. Snakes.
Nutria.
Nutri-Rats.
Nutria, yeah.
Don't they eat those?
Dude, everything eats everything.
Yeah,
Alligator
that is
snapping
how
turtle,
stuff
bro.
works.
Fuck no.
Do you have nightmares of snapping turtles?
An alligator gar?
So dreams about alligators can have many meanings and can relate to themes of criticism, insecurity, or the shadow side of ourselves.
That's
Oh,
Feezel.
wow, dude.
What the fuck?
Clip it. Where's my camera?
Oh, right there, the light, right
Clip
there.
it. Let's timestamp that one.
Come on, dude.
We're gonna show that to his therapist later on.
Don't
Also,
decipher
hello,
my deepest
Grandma.
and darkest secrets
We
and
love
feelings.
you. Thank you.
Insecurities.
Yeah, come on.
Your shadow self.
Yeah, Mike Pablo.
His hosting his mic tonight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, come to my mic. Tonight, Mike Pablo is hosting Wednesdays, dirtier, longer, regularly. I can't say that. 'cause
Regular.
At
have a
Teddy's
list.
Tavern
At Teddy's Tavern at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays. Every week, baby.
every week, dude. Congratulations on that, dog.
Don't think about my alligator nightmares.
Unless the room gets rented, in which case it won't be that week.
I'm gonna write a joke specifically about alligator.
If all of you
nightmares.
come, I'll let them hold my eyes open and make me watch alligator propaganda in front of everyone.
I mean, they'll all come at some point, unless they're celibate.
Dude, Nevin said it wouldn't be a good idea to show Nazi furry propaganda at the show.
I did say that. In fact, he could quote me on that.
Not Nazi.
Hang on. Let me check my camera real
Nazi
quick. It's a
furry.
good idea not to show Nazi furry propaganda in public. Clip it.
It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit.
Yes.
Clip it. It's a bit.
It's a bit much is what it is.
No, it's not. All I want is to you, Caden, and old Gary to
Gary
paint
D.
Gary D to paint their faces like animal, like from the carnival, you know. And I'll be
Okay.
telling my Nazi furry bit and how I went to this Nazi furry party. It may or may not have happened.
He wants us to do the Purge and Clockwork Orange to him in public in front of people.
Oh,
And then
I
it
think you
just
should. That
flashes-
sounds fun.
It just flashes images. Yeah, you gotta see some of these images, bro.
I mean,
It's
it
the
sounds
funniest
fun.
fucking thing you've ever seen in your fucking life, dude.
We've
It's-
spent hours talking about that, and my reaction every time is the same. It's a terrible fucking idea.
No, listen. It's just.
It's the worst idea.
So how long is this bit? Like
It's like 4 minutes. Come on. It's a whole bit that I have. It's some crowd work. There's
Yeah.
trees involved. There's
like
a red carpet in the
costumes?
back. Some bricks. What?
is there costumes involved?
No. Their faces are horribly painted like a silly 6-year-old's. Like either like an elephant or like
Okay.
a snake or a bird.
Or Nazi.
Like, do you know Gary D?
I just
Actually,
met
he
him
just
today,
talked to him
and I had
today.
to
We
get
had a
a
whole
second
conversation
opinion
about
because
Oh, he showed me the pictures that he sent y'all, dude.
He sent a ton of pictures.
Okay,
He sent a ton.
insert those now, please, bro.
We'll have to
They're
edit that
fucking
in. We have the
hilarious.
pictures.
They're fucking hilarious.
What are the pictures of?
Do you want to show Nevin?
It's so funny.
so he
He
contacts
goes, look at
me.
this. Look at this.
He
Can
contacts
you
me.
do a Gary D impression? Hey guys, thank you for supporting. My dick doesn't work the way it used
It's
to.
not Gary. It's
So I didn't think this guy was like if you read like what he's sending him and everything, I thought they was like fucking nuts. Like, and I was like, I texted Nick and I was like, Nick, do you know Gary D? And he goes, yeah, he's a sweet old man, blah blah blah. And then like the whole time, this dude just seems fucking unhinged and everything.
He is.
Oh yeah.
He's
Well, he
fantastic.
says that he is. Like he was straight up. He's like, I'm nuts. Like this is the one here that I'm gonna use. Like that's the
Yeah,
one.
dude,
He's
that's the
fantastic.
picture.
He's
Is he-
absolutely
Okay.
fantastic.
He's hilarious.
This is my
Alright.
Gary D impression.
He would-
He goes, people think I got whips and chains to pervert my wife. I got whips and chains to keep her from fucking me to death.
It's not high enough.
I can't do it. His voice is higher than mine.
It's so high.
Can you do
dude.
it?
No, I can't do it.
Fucking me to death.
I'll pull my fucking nuts through my belly button if I start trying to talk that.
You have to
high.
become a unit.
So he looks like that and then has a high voice.
Yeah. I've
Yeah, but it's like hard to understand
Hang
too.
on,
Like it's like got some like
some good
gravel
clips.
to
I've
it.
got
you know?
I got a video of
Insert
him.
clips of
Do
Gary
you?
D here.
Yes. Okay.
I
Play
do.
a
I got
video.
a video of him so you can hear what he sounds like. He sounds like, you know, like the prospector from Toy Story 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've called him
Imagine
that
that
on
s-
stage.
Imagine that sped up to like 1.75 speed. He rips. He's fucking hilarious.
And it's just the most perverted thing
Wow.
I've
It is
ever heard.
very perverted.
It's gonna be all about his dick.
It's,
He'll just go up to
it's not
ladies and
just
be like,
it's not just about his
"What's
dick.
up?"
Some of it's about his wife's pussy.
Okay.
Who does love his wife?
He's funny. I'm gonna pull that up. Let's talk about something else. Clip it.
Dude, Gary is a trip. I'll
Who
say
wants to
that.
do another
You
shot?
will- you
Feezel, you want to
will-
do another shot?
I haven't done a single shot.
Do a fucking.
There you
Would
go.
you like
Do a
to do
shot,
a shot?
buddy.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Okay. Here, hand me your shot glass.
We're trying to beat John Dollar's highest clip count on y'all's channel tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to.
It's
We need
kind of
to.
hard because he's been on the show so much.
He's been on episodes where we get like 1,000+ views too.
Well, here's what
Yeah,
we're gonna
'cause
do
John
for the
Dollar's the
shorts.
fucking man. Yeah.
We're gonna say
He's the man.
we're drinking James Harden wine
James
Yes.
Harden wine.
and regretting every second of it.
I'm
Spinning
drinking
balls.
Target seltzer water. Thank
And
you.
now we're drinking clearly Canadian.
Canadian, like Toronto.
Yeah,
that's right.
Drake's a
Toronto.
pedophile, apparently.
Oh shit!
Not
You're actually
apparently.
with you in the mustache. You're really getting
No.
like serious. Yeah.
They
for
not
real.
like us.
Like when you pull your face away from the mic, and I can see like some of your like ball like shit going on there. Like it doesn't look bad, but like when the mic's in front of your face and it's just like your mustache, it's like it's either like the look of a cop or a pedophile. I know you're not a cop.
Feezel, you look so fucked up right now.
You talking to me? What about me amuses you? Funny how?
To cops.
I'm not a cop.
I'm
To
not
the
doing
mob.
pedophile.
Friends that
I'm
are
not
cops.
doing pedophile.
To all my friends that are cops. And whether or not Drake is a pedophile,
They're maps, dude.
Sketch is gay,
Maps.
Dave Blunts and the Roaches are on top of the game. Do it in the mic.
She visualized a crystal chandelier hanging from the ceiling. I see a rusty old wagon wheel Jane is stealing with handles on it. And ever since she put it up there, she wants her and me. I'm up there,
With a
hang
black
upside down and
Yeah.
locked. I think she's trying to get the insurance money. I'm not doing it.
I don't know. I can't
We had this
understand him most of the time when he talks.
Baby, that's a 10-foot ceiling. We all now, what's going to happen with Bob? Look at you. You just stand there breathing. Your ass and titties are jiggling now.
Is she
No,
not
no, I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying you're stomped all over. You're going to bounce. I'm old and brittle. I'm going to have a penile fracture. For all you short dick motherfuckers, penile fracture means your neck breaks.
But that's Gary.
Gary,
wait, he's about to go.
so you see what I'm saying? What
He's
I
got a
was saying
7-minute act
earlier.
that he's got practice, and it's punched,
Yeah.
and it does well.
It does well.
Yeah, yeah. It seems. I mean, it seems like he's getting some good laughs and everything.
Yeah.
He's a silly
He just
old
seems
man,
unhinged.
dude.
Just like when I got
Yes.
the text, it was just like I thought someone was like fucking with me because it was just like I was like, who is this? It was like seriously, I didn't think it was legitimate.
You
It's a
would get
bit.
that. You would get
So
that.
it is a bit.
It's
a bit.
not, though.
It is,
But he's also an old man, so of course he's not going to spell a lot of things right.
He
You know?
was-
like he does it the same way. He does that act the same way every time.
He was a
With that
super
energy.
for the Teamsters for
He's-
years.
It seems
and
like
toured
it's
around with some old funk
unhinged,
bands.
but he knows the movements. You know what I mean? He's doing it the same, and it works.
This is his thing.
You know what
Well,
I
that's
mean?
cool though. That's
Yeah,
cool.
he's
great.
cool, man. And you tell me those pictures that he sent you aren't fucking hilarious.
Dude, they're all very funny. Shout out Gary D. We're going to actually have him on the September 21st show.
We actually have a promo episode coming out with Gary D and Nevin for Dirty Mike and the Boys.
Fuck yeah, I love that.
That'll be pretty cool.
We'll be sick. I can't wait to see that.
the comedy verse.
You gotta put Gary D on the internet like that.
Seriously.
We need to.
He needs to be on the
Oh,
internet.
dude.
He's so fucking
I
silly.
want to tell you.
That's why
I'm not
sending
going
him
to tell
those
you.
clips that I'm
No,
taking.
yeah, you don't gotta spoil it on this show. You can save it for
Don't
later.
say it. You have a shot there that's sitting, dude.
Yo,
You said you were gonna take that. And shit.
We got plans. We got.
You ain't got shit. Now you got.
Oh, I got called out.
We're just hanging out tonight,
ain't
dude.
coming at me.
We got
Every
dude,
time
you
they
just
pull me
talking-
out, they pull me back
You're
in.
just talking a lot of shit about taking that shot, and it was sitting there full.
Put another one in there.
There we go.
I mean, you know.
Don't bring it out of me. You want to play 1, 2, 3 floor?
No.
I've got some dice over there that I brought.
So we got a
Oh,
new
dude, we're gonna
drinking
shoot
show
dice?
called Shot Ones.
I saw that. I saw that.
So we've already
I enjoyed that. I liked it.
got an episode going. So if you guys are interested in being on an episode,
Don't make me do things.
we've got 2 musicians going head to head. The 2 friends, and that's what
It was
I really.
Arkham. I think that's fun.
Arkham was one of them. Arkham's been on the show quite a few times.
Arkham used to book this showcase where it would be like 3 bands and a couple
And
of
a few
comics.
comedians. Yeah, I think I threw a few guys in yours.
Yeah, you threw like me and John Dollar
shit, we
and
did.
John DeToy over there. So we did a bulk of them, and Hobbs. Like all of us did a few. Brandon.
It was a good show while it lasted. They lost their liquor license.
Yeah. It was honestly
So having a
fun
liquor
show.
license.
Yeah.
Dude,
licenses.
I have a liquor license to sell liquor
Do you?
James
in the
Harden.
state of Louisiana.
You
James
set
Harden.
it down on the table.
That's what he does. You got to call him out on it.
It's a strategic game.
Yeah. He's a master of strategy.
No, we're kicking this guy out, right? Because he was hassling the bartender. And we're kicking him out, and he's like, I didn't even mean to upset that bartender. And it's like, I sell alcohol myself. And the bouncer kicking out, it's like, no one gives a shit. And I was like, I can sell alcohol too. And he's like, no, you can't. I'm like, okay. We're just trying to talk to him. And then we just throw him outside.
You must have
Are you
some
tripping
bouncer
now?
stories, dude.
I'm just in it. I'm in it. I'm still thinking about the show happening right now.
Okay.
Do you have any bouncer stories?
Yeah, I got in a month ago, my boss, something had happened at work, and I think my boss was a little bit mad at me, and he was coming to check on me on 3rd floor, and we happened to have this mutual friend who's just like this crazy guy from New York that like is friends with a lot of people on Broadway. And we were mutual friends, and we were meeting with him on the 3rd floor. The elevator door opens up. We're standing by the elevator. The elevator door opens up, and there's just a huge man, probably kind of like you, but like a little bit bigger. And fucking,
Fuck you, Steve Feezel.
No, just like your proportions,
Sure.
and just like, and he's just suplexing this small motherfucker, like tiny motherfucker, and it's just as hard as he can. Like the door opens up, and he's just literally like, boom, and I'm like, oh god damn it, and our mutual friend's like, fuck, and we both step into the elevator. The elevator door closes, so
Alright.
it's me, my lead, and versus 2 small guys that are trying to piece up this one big guy
In the elevator.
in the elevator, and the big guy's fucking them up.
Oh yeah, dude. I bet he's swinging.
He's at the door open, and the guy's head was upside down.
Oh my
He was
god.
smashing him in the ground. I'm like, he's gonna do that to me. You know what I mean?
You're next.
Yeah, like that's next. And I grabbed him by the collar, and I fucking threw him to the other side of the elevator. And so his back is kind of to it, like he's like on the other. He's like choking the guy out, punching him in the face, like on the ground. And I like grab him and throw him to the other corner, and then Ron grabs the oh fuck, don't say that. It's whatever.
No one watches anyway.
No, it's okay. He fucking
Why are you not talking into the mic?
because I got some mucus inside my body. I'm like regurgitating.
Oh yeah. Well,
He like
spit it
pushes the
out.
other guys down, and I push the other guy aside, and I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, this guy's obviously having like a manic episode right now. Like he's just saying crazy things and like just like and I'm like, and I like know what that looks like, you know, because that's me also. And I'm like, oh, he's freaking out. And he stands up, and I go, I'm not fighting you, dude. And he punches me in the face, just like I guess as hard as he could.
Sure.
And then I'm like, bro, I'm not fighting you. Like, calm down. And he punches me in the face again. And I'm like, bro, I'm not fighting you.
Technically, you're in a fight now.
I guess so.
Sure.
He's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And I push him up against the fucking wall. And right when he
Imagine he was a paper cup.
he
Right.
he fucking like was calming down, like I could see it after like that third one. But when he had hit me the second time, the elevator had gone to a different floor and opened up on a different floor. And there's 3 good old boys that the elevator door opens up on, and they just see me getting punched in the face and Ron like fighting these other 2 guys in the
I'll take a
corner of
slice,
the
dude.
elevator. And they come in and they just immediately grab his arms, and one of them starts choking him.
The big dude.
Yeah. And my arms, because I'm trying to keep them from hitting him, and then my arms get caught in all that. So my arms are like stuck in this fucking thing.
Meat factory.
Yeah. And like, I don't know what's happening over there behind my back. And I'm trying to call for backup, but you can't call for backup in an elevator.
No.
I'm like, we're on the 2nd floor. We're on the 3rd floor. Like, I'm on the roof, and the new guy, and the elevator door opens up, and the brand new guy is the only guy on the roof, and it opens up, and he just goes, fuck. He steps into the elevator. So there's 2 of us, 6 of them, and then another one
In the elevator.
in the elevator. So there's like 7 of us, and we've gone all the way up, and now the thing's dropping. Like we're going down to the 1st floor, and I finally I pull my arms out of the fucking meat factory, and I'm like I have everyone at the bottom, like all the armed guards at the bottom. The fucking shit opens up. It's like every armed personnel right there at the door. And you have to get positive hand control on the guy, and he's screaming like I'm gonna gouge your eyes out. Like I just want to go to the La Quinta Inn. He's screaming that. They're holding up.
Was that the big dude?
Yeah,
Okay.
that everyone's trying to hold down. And then they got positive hand control on him and like got him out. And then the cops, he was literally like doing that and shit. And the cops came and arrested him.
Nice.
So what did
It's
he
on
do?
Scoop.
What did he do at the beginning?
Suplex the guy in the elevator? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Wait. What led up to the suplexing of the guy in the elevator?
A delight conversation with a friend and a colleague.
Okay.
On the 3rd floor. You're just having a good time. You're like, it's not a bad night.
And then just started
And then the
suplexing
doors
people.
open up. Like a video game. Like Old Boy. Have you ever seen Old Boy?
I have, unfortunately, yeah. I hate that movie so bad.
Why?
Both versions.
You seen the part
Both
where
versions.
He goes, Father! And then he just opens up his bag.
I hate it so bad. First of all, I hate the Korean version worse, the original version. I hate it so much worse. And then like the Josh Brolin one, it was all right and everything, and I kind of thought they were going to kind of avoid the whole like daughter fucking thing, and they did, and they decided they were going to save it right for last. They didn't even hint at it at all. I was just like, God damn. But yeah, it's like I can't get down with Old Boy. I don't know. Have you ever seen it?
Never heard of it.
No.
No.
It's like a Korean revenge movie.
It's an art piece.
It basically is like
Okay.
a dude's talking shit and he's just allowed drunk and everything, and then he gets snatched. But there's a reason why he gets snatched. Not to spoil it, but
It's old.
it's on Tubi.
It's obscure. It is.
It's on
Watch it on
Tubi.
Tubi.
It's obscure, yeah.
It's not. It's different.
And then they got the
I think
Josh
it's
Brolin
different.
version.
So
Got the Thanos version.
I actually like the
Thanos version.
Brolin version better, but the scene that's shot better, the fight scenes are shot better in the Korean version. Like that one hallway scene that everyone talks about in that movie with the hammer.
When they're going up and down on different floors.
No, just the one where he's getting attacked from the left and the right. It's like just a hallway, and he's just taking it looks like a 2D video game.
Yeah, they do it in the Brolin.
Yeah, they did, but not as well. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, not as well.
I don't think I've watched the Korean.
What was the Korean one called?
Oh boy.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
OLD.
Ming Tong.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I will. I speak Korean.
I can't find it.
Racistly.
I'll tell you where it's from.
you seen fucking Shane Gillis is an Asian impression.
No.
Yes,
I can do an impression of that impression. Oh, you're so sick. Not me. I didn't come up with that.
I thought this Bud Light was a Pepsi when I got it out of the cooler.
That was a rude awakening, right?
No, not really. This tasted more like water. It's more hydrating. Good for the soul. Bud Light.
And James Harden wine.
Bud Light and James Harden wine.
How much of that wine has he drank so
Because we're balling.
Have you ever made a poor choice? James Harden wine.
Poor James.
Clip
You want to
it.
get mentioned in Drake songs? James Harden wine.
Are you a fan? James Harden wine.
Do you spend all your time in the strip club and with prostitutes? James Harden wine.
Who is James Harden?
Come on, dude.
He's I'll tell you
The
who
sniper?
I'll tell you who
Isn't he?
James Harden is. James Harden's the sorriest ass NBA player that's been around in the last 10 fucking years.
All right.
He was the sixth man of the year when he was in OKC behind Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. And then he got a big fucking payday from Houston to come down there and walk every time he shot the fucking ball. I'm
Clip
looking
it.
at you, Cam. Is that my camera right there?
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah,
that one.
It's that one.
Right there.
James
it.
Harden is a better winemaker than he is a basketball player.
James
we go.
Harden is a better prostitute fucker than he is
And
a
this is
winemaker.
DNP's stance on the NBA. We know where we stand in the NHL.
All I want to do
That's
is
all.
watch Bronny and LeBron alley-oop and remake the Dwayne Wade
If Bronny makes the fucking team, it's a real. I mean, he's going to because his last name's James. But let's get real. That guy's sorry.
No, he is because LeBron wants to play
Nah,
with his
he's-
son.
that
That's the
guy's
whole
sorry.
thing, dude. It is insane that
Who
they are
gives a
signing
shit?
this kid this deal.
He's sorry.
I know it because he's not a good basketball player, not to the same
Listen
level
to
as
me.
his dad at
Listen
all.
to me.
No, his dad's the best ever. Clip it.
Oh, that could start. a whole
Basketball
debate
is
on
not a
this
sport. It's a kingdom.
It's a kingdom. Okay.
And LeBron James is the king. He can do whatever he wants. But whoever he wants on the court,
Alright.
whatever famous person he wants, he can be whatever commercial he wants.
I thought this Bud Light was a Pepsi.
I know.
Clip it.
Clip it.
And the Lakers really shouldn't have signed LeBron's son.
Well, they should have, but like maybe put him in the front office. It's like, hey, I want to work. I want to play with my son, and now he's the assistant general manager.
He's already made
There
his
you
best
go.
friend the fucking coach.
Get his ass off the court. That motherfucker's shorter
So
than I am,
bad.
and I'm not tall.
I think you're tall.
That's because you're short, Nick.
I am short. I know. I'm
I don't
like
mean to say that
5'7",
mean, but
5'6". I have a short
You're
man.
short. That yeah. I'm
5'6"?
I think so. I don't think I'm that tall.
He's-
Maybe 5'7".
All right.
I mean,
He's 5'6". He's 5'5" with his hair.
yeah,
cut.
but he acts like he's
Yes.
5'9", guys. Come
Yeah,
on,
we
let's
know.
go.
I do.
He's got
act like that
BDE.
a lot.
This guy's got a 5'10"
Short man king.
personality.
BDE SMK.
I'm just saying, Bronny for the NBA is
A short king. He's a
very
short king.
man.
And
He's
he
a
also
prince.
doesn't have a great shot. And his slashing ability is suspect. His defense is fine. USC was dog shit with him. If he was an NBA caliber player, they would have at least made some noise. Every team with an NBA caliber player that's not good makes some noise
Because they have that talent.
because they have that talent. It's like it flashes. And that's not Bronny James, but I'll tell you what it is. A great time to drink James Harden wine.
That's right.
I got codeine in my
We're
double
not
cup.
Bronny James fans here.
Bronny James and James
That's right.
Harden in the same like little 6-second clip. Surely that's gonna start some hate on the internet.
Dude,
Dude, I
James
hope
Hardy
so.
would invite Bronny to a Diddy party.
What does that mean?
Do they all
Harden's
touch
a
kids?
James Harden's not a scumbag, dude. He invented the walk.
He invented the
3
worst part of
steps.
basketball.
Wait, but
scored a lot of
was he on some flights or at some?
He's ruined
parties,
every
you
team
think?
he's been on.
You think so?
He has. He absolutely has.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
I'll tell you what he does have, though, is a nice mid-range fadeaway and a delicious 2020 red vine.
Yeah, 2020 red vine. What is it? California?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course it's
It's not Italy.
California.
It's not,
Mm-hmm.
not
It tastes
Tuscany.
like COVID.
Tastes like sadness and regret.
That's
It's like
what
the sweat of prostitutes.
That's the taste of me. Sadness and regret. And James Harden wine.
Have you ever been with a prostitute?
No.
Not
I've
that
looked
I
at
paid
some
for.
prostitutes.
You didn't pay for it?
No. No, but I have.
Dude, when I was in Baltimore,
Because she asked for money afterwards, and I was just like, are we really doing this? She's like,
Well,
"No,
she's
I'm
supposed to
sorry."
get it up front.
Right.
Yeah.
She's supposed to let me know up front, but I could tell by the smell that we weren't dealing with
Caliber.
Angel.
Sure.
Oh.
Old
Yeah.
McDonald.
I'll tell you, I like blue cheese, though. So,
Oh. Okay.
Blue cheese is superior.
is that what my washing machine smelled like for 3 weeks afterwards? Sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why don't you just
She
throw
needs
it
to clean
away,
it.
whatever it
My
was?
washing machine?
Sure.
I couldn't throw my washing machine away. That's a $550 Samsung bought at the Home Depot.
Yeah, you need that. That is a tool. That is a good
It's a
tool.
utensil, dude. Listen,
Throw the bed away.
The
Throw the
truth
sheets
is,
away. Really.
sometimes my clothes smelling like blue cheese is a better option than like my own body funk.
Okay.
Got a nice odor going. I eat well. I eat clean, as they
He has no table in his house,
say. It's so true.
and he only eats at the counter like a chef. He just sits there,
I
he
do.
cooks it, and then he eats it right there.
I do. Because I have 2 dogs. Danny
Nice.
and Reginald Everett Bubberton III Esquire. But
Cute.
adorable.
Bubbies.
Listen, they're
Bubbies.
I bet they're cute.
Nick,
Wait,
they're
can we drink
adorable.
more of this
Let's
actual?
just take a-
What is
Let's
this?
just take a look at them.
Oh,
that's
good
actually pretty
dogs
good.
right there.
It's hot
very
though.
cold.
You're pouring that because you bought it.
Why don't you just you pour it? Once again, I thought this Bud Light was a Pepsi.
He knows the art of the deal.
He wanted Pepsi. We didn't get Pepsi.
No, I didn't want Pepsi. I just thought, that's a cola. That's a refreshing cola that's going to increase my diabetes.
Have you ever seen a picture
like
of
the
Abraham
Beatles?
Lincoln?
An actual photo? No.
Thank you.
That's true.
All right, now we're getting down to something.
I was about to ask you because Nevin, I do want to get into more conspiracies, dude. We need to talk like a full hour
Nevin
of
knows everything.
conspiracies.
I'll get real deep on that.
Ah, let's go. I want to talk about tunnels under.
I mean, there
places
was
and whatnot.
photography at that age, but I don't think I've actually seen an actual photo of Lincoln.
Do you believe in photography?
Well, I mean, you know.
I mean, yeah.
The devil.
Yes.
Listen, I'm talking about pre-1900. I'm going to take my glasses off.
Like,
now.
do I believe it
1900s.
steals your soul?
Pre-1900s.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I think that's more like a mirror. But if we're going to get into conspiracies, let's start from a gentle spot.
Okay. All right.
How do you guys feel about Antarctica?
Not
I want to
real.
know what secrets
Not
are
real.
there.
So we talking about Nazi bases, or are we talking about the
What do you think
craters?
about Antarctica?
Dude, can I have a Zendaya, bro?
The pyramids? Are we talking about what part are we talking about?
Listen, here's what we're going to talk about with
Okay.
Antarctica.
Sure.
All right. What
Okay,
do you
when
want
you-
to talk about?
When we get to, are you familiar with the Antarctica Treaty of 1957? That's the Antarctica Treaty of 1957. Are you guys familiar with that?
No.
No.
Okay.
What happened with that?
Okay, so the Antarctica Treaty of 1957, for those of you that don't know, I promise I can be funny sometimes too.
This is all true.
Yes, the Antarctica Treaty of 1957 is where they came together at the World Council, and signed a document that basically Antarctica's off limits for anything other than scientific research.
Right. So, okay, all right.
Right. But when you think about
and demon teleportation.
Shut up, dude. We're trying to have a serious conversation about the Antarctica Treaty of 1957.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you look at it and you look at the countries that are on there, those countries can't agree about anything.
But they agree about this.
They agree about this.
Right,
Some of them have gone to war with each other multiple times, but even in the war where they were killing each other's women and children and taking their lands, nothing changed about the Antarctica Treaty of 1957. And something else that's interesting is that if you look at who is, so countries, Antarctica is kind of an off-limits place. But if you
just by environment.
Right, just by environment.
Yeah.
Just because it's potentially the ice wall and, you know, the entrance to the kingdom of heaven, but that's
supposedly
Anunnaki.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sure.
Listen,
right.
we can get there.
Yeah, kidding me.
We're getting there.
Okay. All right.
And so, but the truth is,
I'm halfway there.
Like the 4 countries that lay the most land claim stake to Antarctica, if you actually lay the map down and the Earth was quote unquote flat and or wrapped in by an ice wall,
Supposedly, allegedly.
who knows?
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
The 4 closest countries are the ones that lay the land stake if
And are
the
ruled
Earth
by
was
LeBron
flat.
James.
LeBron James has nothing to do with the Antarctica Treaty of 1957.
You don't know
Disclaimer.
that. You don't know that.
Disclaimer, dude. That's gonna make YouTube mad.
Bronny is the Prince of Antarctica.
I'm done with that.
None of that.
There are dragons.
I do wonder what secrets are there, because you hear stuff about like aliens being there, or gigantic spiders,
Dragons.
Or DARPA.
government stuff, you know.
Or African American
It's-
basketball players.
The question is just, why can these countries not agree on anything else? They can't agree on, you know, like what they can't agree on God. That's fine. That's not a big
Right.
deal. They can't agree on what they should eat. That's not a big deal either. They can't agree on basic human rights. I mean, like some people say that's a big deal, and I
That is a
would
big deal.
I would say that's up to
true.
interpretation.
Fair.
But
The dragons.
they all agree that Antarctica's off limits.
And how has it been, like, what is that, 70, 80 years?
No, and nobody
And-
has infringed on that one bit.
Except
Yeah.
the giants.
Metallica played
By African
100
American
yards,
basketball players.
100 yards in to Antarctica.
Really?
At the
Giant
base, yeah.
African American basketball.
Very cool. What did they say about it?
They said it was a
Or
great
taming
experience.
magical ice dragons.
But they also
in
took on
Antarctica.
Napster.
Clip it.
Taming, did you say ice dragons? Dude, this
The
isn't
wall?
a fantasy talk.
This is real life.
I'm just trying to ask questions, and you're saying ice dragons.
I don't
We
think
all
there's
saw the
ice
last
dragons.
season.
in
Giant
there.
Yeah, right.
African American basketball players are going to Antarctica
Can we just
and
say-
taming
hey,
flaming ice dragons.
Listen, African Americans not a good. Don't say that.
Yeah, I don't really agree with saying that either.
Thank you.
Black, giant.
Don't say black, dude.
Black is fine.
And they are Anunnaki based. It's about descendants.
Oh shit.
It's about descendancy. Are you familiar with the crown?
Of LeBron James.
Fucking LeBron James. I'm talking about royal lineage.
The king
Yeah.
Elvis.
of England.
Cleopatra.
The toilet. Did you know?
You guys ever heard of Cleopatra? Clip it.
Yes.
Did you know Cleopatra was born?
Look at the camera, dude. Thank you.
Cleopatra was born closer to the age of the iPhone than she was the pyramids, the construction of the pyramids.
Thank
Yes.
you.
There's that. The
Did you
pyramids
guys-
were around for a long, long time.
Did you guys know that Bud Light is as refreshing and hydrating as a Pepsi?
I'm glad that we're still coming back to the Pepsi.
The Anunnaki are running the underworld. Brought to you by.
We're not talking about the Anunnaki, but what we are talking about is the refreshing taste of a James Harden wine from Southern California in 2020. Yum, yum, no championships.
No rings.
No rings.
No ring.
So,
Coming this summer.
do you think the
Harden
Anunnaki
sucks.
have some hidden secrets up there in Antarctica? What do you think is in Antarctica? Like,
I'm not-
legitimately.
I'll tell you, I'm not sure what's in Antarctica, but I'll tell you what is in Antarctica. It's something that can make the entire world come together.
The One Piece.
Yes. One Piece. Well, we've gone through.
He got it. I'm not telling you what's there, but I'll tell you what's
Coming
there.
this summer. The One Piece.
The entire world agrees, and they can all come. Potentially, the Antichrist
Maybe.
will be coming from Antarctica, and I've got some interesting views on the Antichrist as well.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
say so. The first time I ever shit my pants was after I got the COVID vaccine.
Satan.
Clip it,
I see.
but actually clip that out. But
He can't know.
Okay.
not because of the COVID vaccine, but because I shit my pants as an adult male.
I shit myself before the vaccine, but that's because I drank a lot.
Yeah, that's a little different. I'm talking
Very
about a
different.
full-fledged 3-pound dump in my pants.
Whoa, yeah.
Drinking
no,
a lot
mine
is
was
a
not
symptom
like
of
that.
I exited my bowels. I thought I was gonna die,
Thick.
but by God, I was vaccinated for COVID. Oh,
Look at the camera when you say it.
thank you. COVID-19 with Johnson & Johnson, a.k.a. Janssen vaccine.
Yeah,
I got it, and I'm
Janssen.
not dead.
There you go.
Clip it.
Shout out Walmart.
Shout out.
Shout out Costco, actually.
You got
Have
the
y'all
Costco
got,
vaccine?
everyone got here got the vaccine?
Yeah, I got
Did you get-
Moderna.
I got old grandparents.
I got mine from Kroger.
I got old parents.
Little Kroger vaccine.
I also have old parents.
I never got it.
It was a good
Really?
call.
Yeah.
It was a good call.
honestly.
I shouldn't have gotten it, but it's all right.
I got it
We'll persevere.
because at the time we were playing at a lot of venues that were like, you gotta have a vaccine card.
Yeah.
And it was just like
It was the
I'll-
venues was killing me.
the
You gotta
venues.
do it.
The venues killed me.
So I was in a band at that time, and like they were giving us shit. So there was a couple of places that we couldn't play because like you guys know, you know Sloan. Like Sloan and I, we're not. I mean, I don't have a political reason. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but there was something fishy about this. Like there was something about this that I was just like, no. Like there was just
100%.
there was just something about it that I mean, like I used to
Still
get my
is.
I used to get my flu shot every year, but now they want to do like the 2-in-1s and they want to put everything all in together and everything. Get your COVID shot. It's like
I like
the,
that.
the COVID vaccine isn't even a vaccine. It's
Well, the Johnson & Johnson actually was a vaccine. The Moderna and the Pfizer were what you're about to say.
yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
I got Moderna.
Yeah, because you're a pussy.
So
Go ahead.
basically,
Fuck you.
They
Moderna
wanna,
for life.
They want to give you like low dose COVID, so it will prepare you. So if you ever get like COVID down the road, you won't get hit with it. So like if you're a fat fuck or you have a immunodeficiency disease or something like that,
Why are you talking about people
That's
like
me.
that?
or me.
See, I had gotten COVID once before I had gotten vaccinated.
Yeah, I got COVID.
Then you shouldn't have gotten it. There's no reason to get it. And then they want you to get like a booster every year.
Yeah.
For a vaccine that doesn't work, you want me to get a booster every
Love that.
year?
The vaccine, it made me sick like every time.
Yeah,
I took it, 'cause
dude.
Moderna was a
I thought I was gonna
two-shot.
die when I got the vaccine,
if you get
bro.
the
After I'd already
influenza
had it.
shot, you don't get influenza.
You can get run down for a day or two.
Right, but still, but for the most part, like ever since like when I was when I worked at Kmart, they gave us the flu vac because they had a pharmacy there,
Yeah.
and all the employees
Brought
got
to
it
you
for
by
free.
Kmart.
Never got
Rest
the
in
flu.
peace.
Yeah.
Right, but like the girlfriend at the time, she got the COVID shot, and then immediately had to go to the hospital and got COVID from that. I mean, you might get a little rundown from the flu shot because you're getting it, but for the most part, I mean, the COVID's different. Like there was something so shady about it. Like I didn't want to get involved with it. I didn't want to. There was so much of a rush and making it mandatory that you got it.
Yeah,
I
like
didn't either. But at the time,
You got to stay viable. You got to have a career.
You
it was
do.
like we were, it was what it was. And at my job at the time, they were talking about making it mandatory, and it
A
was
lot of
like-
places were.
And so it was.
Tons
It was just that plus the venues plus, you know.
You had to show the card.
Yeah. And you know, like a test. And then there was
That's
like
true.
there's this weird moral high ground that I was on, which was like,
Oh, if you don't get vaccine.
oh, it's not even that. It was just like, I don't think this is as bad as they're saying it is, but if it is, if it's half as bad as they're saying it is,
You need to do it.
and I'm the person who gets someone sick and causes death, man, that's fucking real heavy.
That is heavy.
And so
But that's how they got you.
that's how they got me. You're right. I mean, I'm not
Right.
I understand that, but it's also like, I mean, if they pull that card again, I'm not gonna say like they're not gonna get me again with just trying to be a decent fucking person. Clip it. But
True.
I mean, seriously, it's kind of a fucked deal.
Have y'all seen the Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie?
It was terrible.
No.
No.
It was awful.
Don't plan on
What are you
that.
fucking talking about?
Jackie Chan was in it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Jackie Chan's return to film.
The fighting's way better.
Is it?
Yeah.
God
Dude,
damn.
dude, this is my impression of Jaden Smith every time a Chinese person
Why do they have to be
asks,
Chinese?
because that's how the movie. I'm describing scenes from the movie.
Asian American.
No, they're in China, motherfucker.
I know, but Asian American.
No,
They were
it's
in
not the-
Okinawa.
Hollywood.
So they be Japanese.
No, they're in China.
So they changed it even like.
He learns
They were
kung
in
fu
Okinawa-
instead of karate.
Okinawa in the original
Original,
Karate
yeah.
Kid, yeah.
But multiple times in the movie, Chinese people come up to Jaden Smith and it's like, "Can I touch your cornrows?" And he's just like,
Oh, Jaden Smith is a he?
Yeah.
Will Smith's son.
Will Smith's
Oh, I
son.
thought it was like.
That's not the one that transitioned.
None of
I
them.
didn't even know one
I
transition.
don't think any of them transitioned.
I think they did.
What's going on in that family?
You're gonna have to tune into the red table.
Yeah, that is true.
Are you familiar with the red
There's
table?
that.
No.
Dude, I feel like, speaking of the Anunnaki and Will Smith, I think,
Were we speaking of the Anunnaki and Will Smith in the same breath?
Not
I don't
together.
know. Do we have
not
any
even
fucking
close.
clues?
Not even
no, look,
close.
I
think
think he
we were.
got like an advance on his Illuminati powers.
Really?
Do you get powers when you join the Illuminati?
Yeah.
Is it because of all the shit he puts up with
I feel
Jada?
like they
That's
were
like the
okay,
advance.
Okay, we're gonna give you, we're gonna make you the favorite actor amongst all white men of all time, but you're gonna have to be married to Jada Pinkett Smith.
That's not true.
And he's like, okay, dude, white men love Will Smith.
Sure, but he's not their favorite actor.
He is their favorite.
Favorite black actor?
Denzel.
I guess so.
Think it's Denzel?
Yeah,
It is for
Denzel's
me.
up there.
No, every basic white man loves Will
Samuel
Smith.
Jackson would be
Close.
mine, like 100%. Like
Mine's Denzel.
Tarantino's my favorite director. You know, like,
Y'all are gay. Okay.
dude.
In fact, I'm not.
They're like, we're gonna give you some like top-rated rap songs, but then Jada Pinkett Smith is gonna cheat on you with some random rapper. And then they're like,
That's
okay,
far-fetched.
we're gonna give you Men in Black, and there's gonna be some men inside your black ass.
So, did you guys ever hear of the Burt Kreischer tell the story how he thought Will Smith was wanting to fuck him?
No,
I've heard
about
that.
one.
Yeah, so it's
old.
it's fairly old, yeah. It's just
an
one
old
of.
Rogan.
Is it Ron Rogan?
It was like when it was still at the Comedy Store.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I think I heard it when he was actually talking about it on the Burtcast.
Okay.
So, but basically he had gone to a party and Will Smith was like, "Hey, you should come over to my party." And he had a bunch of people there, and he had a bunch of rappers. They had been talking about how he wanted to meet all these rappers, and so Will Smith like hooked it up. But then some time during the night, he got the impression that Will Smith was there to fuck him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Bert, well, of course Bert would think that. Bert's like, oh yeah, I'm like.
Yeah. But Bert used to be a decent-looking fellow.
Yes. Well, you know, the drinking made him look fairly rough. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he was Van Wilder.
Yeah, dude, he had like the whole like.
Is that
wasn't
true? They
wrong.
based
article
Van
in
Wilder off of
Sports
him?
Illustrated
They had
or
a-
something, right?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, no, it was in Rolling Stones that he was the biggest party animal in America, and then he signed a deal with Will Smith's production company and went to New York, where they developed Van Wilder around him, and then gave him no money for it.
Oh, well, that's
wow.
Hollywood for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what happened, I think. But
Bert's the man, dude.
Bert is the man.
he is. I'll tell you who's not the man, and that's Tom Segura.
Oh!
Dang, wow.
He's a fucking money-grubbing pussy who used to be funny. And
He's
once
still
he went
funny, guys.
Shut up, no he isn't. Once he went on testosterone and his dad died, he needed to take a vacation that he never took.
Damn. That was a hot take.
It's not a hot take. Have you
take.
listened to him in the past 2 years?
No,
Nothing hot about
actually,
it?
I haven't. I'll be
Exactly.
honest with you.
If you had, you would be like,
I
you would have
usually
had
just
that take
listen to
first.
like
So,
Soder.
the
I
Garth
stopped
Brooks
listening
things
to
was
Two
pretty
Bears like
funny.
a couple
Hilarious.
years
That's not
ago.
funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I used to think that Tom was like the fucking shining star.
At one time, yeah.
I thought he was so
Right.
funny.
Recently, he's not really putting out anything.
And YMH was, for a long time, hitting so hard.
It was.
I mean, like it really, and I listened to it. I still listen to it, but now I kind of like hate listen to it.
I did clips.
Yeah.
Oh.
His newest
Special
material
sucked.
have been like, his newest special was literally just like
All of their newest specials have sucked.
Yeah, well,
Razzle
Bert
Dazzle-
hasn't been great for a while.
Well,
either.
Bert was never. But the thing is, have you seen Bert live?
I've seen him at Zany's once.
Kind of. That's awesome, actually. When?
It wasn't great. A couple of years ago, right after the Machine special.
Oh, that would have been several years.
So
That would've
it
been
was
several,
2019?
yeah.
2019?
2018.
Yeah,
Maybe.
dude,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. That's like pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
No, because I saw him at the Grand Ole Opry, and it's real close to going to like a Widespread Panic show,
Nice.
which is kind of hard for a comedian, is kind of like a hard vibe to catch.
Sure.
But it's fucking like the entire crowd's like, "Woo! Fuck it!" And man, dude, how do you get "Woo! Fuck it!" and not play a goddamn instrument?
I know.
It's pretty nice. Like
Sure,
the
sure.
vibe that he has is, whatever you think about his comedy, that dude can throw a fucking party.
And he makes
that's
all
his
his
big
shows
vibe,
a party,
yeah.
and that's his thing.
fucking sick.
He does.
You
He.
can't tell me that's not sick.
That's true.
Dude,
He's-
Bert made me want to get into comedy.
Really.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Hell yeah.
Just the fucking performance and the party. Like, it's hard to be that.
I like
It's true.
Bert's stuff from like when they did This Is Not Happening. We're talking like flying dildos.
Yes, that
like
was.
flying
yeah,
dildos.
That was a
like,
great
With the guys-
series,
with
man.
the guy from Entourage.
I'm not exactly sure. It was
It was in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam,
Yeah,
with
and
the
guy
live
from-
sex show.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
from Entourage walks in, and he's like, just a throwaway line in that story is like, that guy's a cunt. He didn't tip them at all. And then he just keeps going. There's the guy that plays E from Entourage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen Sal Volcano do stand up?
Honestly, he's the funniest I've ever. He's the hardest I've ever laughed in person was at Sal.
Dude,
Really?
Such a
Yes.
beast.
Nice.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Is that the guy from the prank show?
Yes.
Yes, and Practical
It's
Jokers.
unbelievable.
I
was
listened
watching
to
clips
his
from him last night.
podcast
It's
with
unbelievable how good he is.
Just-
Chris.
Stefano?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like Chris
I met
a lot.
him.
Chrissy.
Chris, you met Chris?
Stefano?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Assembly
dude.
Hall.
That's
Oh,
sick.
gay Chrissy.
And I met Ralph.
Clip
I
it.
met Ralph Barbosa 2 nights ago.
Oh, Ralph Barbosa. Feezel met him. Clip it.
I find Ralph to be kind of mid and like, he rose too early.
Stature and talent.
I
Clip it.
mean, that's just my opinion, but
No, it's not
you know.
just your opinion. That's fact.
He was fun to talk
It's
to.
real.
I was
I'm
just
sure he's a nice guy.
no.
though.
I loved his last
He
special.
busts a couple
I was just
Yeah.
I was surprised by how short he was. Very small man.
Feezel has a height complex. Clip it.
No, he was just like he's so big on stage.
Is he big on stage? Is
Yeah,
he, or
I
is
think
he
he's
big
cool.
on camera?
I think he's
That's
got
'cause you
good
have a
energy.
big TV.
It could be because I have a very big TV. I don't have a stand for it.
He does have a big TV.
So where does this sit on the
he
floor?
lives in a heroin den.
No.
I would believe
No,
100% just
not
looking at
Mom,
Feezel.
it's not true.
Listen,
My mom's watching this.
that's fine. I'm just saying, I went to his house the other day, and his upstairs
you-
is so nice.
Yeah, the upstairs of my house is very nice.
And his bedroom is
in the basement.
Put together somewhat.
Shout out Matthew's basement. Shout out the Roaches.
The Roaches.
Let's shout out your living room real quick. Let's talk about that.
So we had a sculpture of
The Eiffel Tower.
the Eiffel Tower made out of Legos.
Sponsored by cocaine.
Sponsored by cocaine.
All the Legos are sponsored
Not
by
my cocaine,
Did
cocaine.
you guys do
Somebody
cocaine
else-
and build Legos? Is that what y'all
No.
do?
That's
I
a
would
waste of cocaine.
I would never do that.
And Legos.
Really?
But I'll play video games when my best friend does cocaine. And is the best Lego builder of all time. Like speed records on cocaine. Like I've measured him up against the champs of the sport.
What is the
And he's
what
better.
sport is Lego?
Building Legos.
Is
by,
it
the
sport,
Lego
or is it a hobby?
Masters. There's a
It
show.
depends if
of it.
cocaine is involved.
It's
Yeah, I
an
think
art form.
if cocaine's involved, I don't know.
I think at that point it's a sport.
Yeah, I think it's a championship right there.
And they're
Dude.
playing with themselves.
Dude, against the clock.
And look, I'll give you the backstory. He's an elite ex-college basketball player, retired because of infighting in his junior college.
In fighting.
sure,
Now,
buddy.
are you talking about fighting with in the team or two black people fighting?
Both
Clip it.
Oh.
in Alaska
In Alaska?
Do you believe
and
in
then
Alaska?
in Oregon. I know LeBron James rides through there with ice dragons.
In Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
No,
LeBron
I've
James?
seen it.
Here's the thing about Alaska is it actually connects to Russia.
Yeah, and that's
Are you familiar?
That's
Are
where
you
they'll
familiar
fight.
with the Bering Strait?
that's where they'll
Yes.
fight. That's where Brittany Griner and
This is-
Putin will fight
this
on
is
the
my impression
archipelago
of
of
Mike Rowe.
Alaska.
On the what?
The archipelago.
Archipelago?
I've been drinking a lot.
Use
What
it
is-
in a sentence.
archipelago. It's like it's like a peninsula.
It's a disconnected peninsula.
Yes, of islands.
Can you give
Like
me
Hawaii.
the origin?
No, I'm thinking. Have you seen the little kids fucking doing the national spelling bee? The little white kid.
No.
See why? They're a great pair.
And the
right there.
word that they gave them was
What award? They gave him an award
No,
for
the word.
spelling? Is it
No.
called the spelling bee winner?
No.
Clip it.
No.
That's Webster's.
no, the word that they gave this little white kid in like one of the final rounds of the spelling bee was negus.
What?
Wow.
Use that
What is
5
that?
times fast.
What is that?
How many R's are in that?
0.
None.
Good. That's what the way I like
How
it.
many G's
Just
is
say
in it?
And it's spelled
least 2.
Negus. And the kid's like the kid's like, can you use it in a sentence? And he's like, the great king of Africa was their negus. And the kid's
Let's
like,
clip that.
and the kid's like, can you say it in a different sentence? And it's just completely unhelpful. And then he's like, he spells it right.
Is it? What
It
is
means
it?
it means
Like
it's
royalty?
Yeah, it's
And-
it's the king of an Ethiopian country.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is
It's
the
like Haile
negus.
Selassie the First,
Yeah.
King of King, Lord of Lords, ruler
Yeah.
of the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
The one true line.
And he gets it
Rastafari.
right, and he goes Negus, negus, and they're like, that is correct, and he's like,
You've seen that thing
goddamn
about
funny, dude.
like some monks in Ethiopia have the Ark of the Covenant or something, right?
Yeah.
Why do they have it?
Why wouldn't they? Because
The Nazis have it.
Are you familiar with Haile Selassie the First and his
No.
tactics?
No.
strategies.
All right.
Tell me. I want to know.
Stratagem.
This is a good time for a bathroom break because we're going to take a history's lesson.
Yes, I'm gonna
All right,
grab
so
a
Haile-
pizza.
So Haile Selassie the
not
First
a
was
pizza. We're gonna have a
basically
basketball.
the founder of the religion of Rastafari. I don't know if you're.
Rastafari.
Are you familiar with Bob Marley?
Yes.
Okay, so just like think about Bob Marley's influence. And that's Haile Selassie the First. And so what he did in his battle tactics whenever other like countries and villages would come in is he would welcome them to his hall And he would say, hey, listen, I want you to bring, if you bring 2,000 people, I want you to bring 250 of your most revered citizens, your most revered people in your camp. Come, and we have women, we have wine, we have food. All of our arms have been laid down. You are our guests. You're here in this land, and let's talk about what we can do to get past this. And they would come because he would send attractive women and gold and wine to them that they could like see if it was a trap or not. And while they were in the hall, he would go and buy off all of his soldiers to come fight for him in Ethiopia.
Wow.
So
Very
when they would return, the camps would be vacated, and not only was their army smaller, his army was larger. And that's what he did, and that was when Ethiopia was actually an up-and-coming country in the world.
Wow.
And then the world got kind of so scared of that guy that they crushed him, and then they crushed the country. That's why, like, now you send 3 cents to Ethiopia late at night.
Oh, wow.
It's that guy's fault. But, like, what? Just, anyway, so the point is, don't do that again.
Oh damn! Let us all in on it.
No, it's not a. It's not even a joke. It's just I had to read a lot, and if he would have just said that out loud, it would have fucking taken 2 seconds.
Mike Pablo said he loved hosting Dirty Mike and the Boys at Teddy's Tavern at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays every
Hell
Wednesday.
yeah, dude.
Wine is my Valentine.
He said there's
Thank you,
something-
Pablo. We love you.
We love you, Pablo.
We'll have him on the show. We'll get stinky. He'll
Yeah,
say
have him on the
crazy
show.
stuff.
Gets
It'll be
together.
really good.
That is something.
The wine?
The
James Harden wine
James Harden wine.
will ruin the game of basketball.
That man's about making money. But anyway, so Holly Celeste
No, he-
first was the,
Brian Eck also was in the chat. He said Nevin needs water.
he's probably not wrong about that.
We almost
But here's
brought
the thing about
him.
fucking
No ants
water.
on the pizza either, Grandma. We're good.
Here's the thing about water.
Water.
Everybody says that water's so good for you.
See, Nevin, you seem like the guy, if you worked for a water treatment plant, you would turn off the fluoride in the water.
Well, here's the thing about fluoride. A little bit of it's good for you.
Okay.
There is a touch of it that actually strengthens your teeth. It's kind of the same as like people think that drinking milk is good for your bones, and it is to a degree. There's a cutoff point where it's like, oh, we gotta give you this milk, honey. It's gonna make you big bone. What it does is make fucking fat ass kids. 'Cause
Kidney stones.
They can't process the fat. But to a degree, that's true, and the same is true of fluoride. Now, the percentage that they put in
That's
the fluoride.
super funny to talk about.
What?
Fluoride.
Oh, it was brought up.
Yes.
Brian said that I needed water. And Brian's a
Fuck you, Brian.
We love you.
Here's the thing. We don't. Here's the thing.
We hate you.
That's not. We don't hate you or love you. We hate your comment that I need water. Because
Why do you
water's-
think he needs
I mean,
that?
you were drinking Bud Light. That's close
70%
enough.
water, Brian.
all I'm saying is water's for the weak.
And wine is for the strong. James
people-
Harden wine.
Are you from James Harden wine? Who needs water? James Harden wine. The
Drinking ginger
Clip it.
peach sparkling water.
the point with water is everybody acts like water's this big deal, and you have to have it to live.
I haven't drank water in days.
I mean, that's kind of obvious.
What do you mean? Look at my complexion.
If you say that again, I'm gonna start drinking water. I'm just
you
kidding.
think
I'm not.
what? You think water makes you look this gay?
I think
The
it's
mustache
contributed.
does.
Fuck you.
I think it's contributed.
Fuck you guys.
I don't think
That's
water's
true,
helped
the
you at all.
mustache.
There's not a scenario that water's helped you in.
The Hispanics said
I
I
got
look
my
like
nipple ripped
Mexican.
off at a water park.
Oh shit!
I've got
that
some
is
issues.
brutal.
Oh, have you heard that? Tell that story, Nevin.
I'm not going to.
No, I'll tell it.
I've got some.
I'll
You're
tell
gonna
it.
tell my story?
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, I bet you fucking will.
Yeah.
Clip
So-
it. That's what kind of guy he is. He's gonna take my
No,
story.
I'm gonna drink more liquor and I'm gonna talk shit about you
The
to your
editing on
face.
this episode's gonna be.
I like
easy.
that. I like
be
that a lot.
something.
I'm gonna have to pee.
Nevin,
I like to pee.
Nevin went to a water park.
What water park, dumbass?
I don't remember who. Oh, Dollywood.
Dolly Splash Country.
Oh.
Fabulous. Pigeon Park,
Over
Tennessee.
east.
It is. I got my nipple ripped off at Dollywood Splash Country, and before he just destroyed.
I went as like a kid, had a ton of fun, kept
Yeah.
my nips.
Yeah, when you
Great.
get your nipple ripped off
That's
by a
great.
streaming.
Hang on.
Water
Listen,
park.
we're going to come back to this story. Let's talk about that shirt for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, mine.
Yes.
All right.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Sure.
So, how do you feel about that?
About the dude?
Absolutely.
It's a movie.
Can I tell you that I almost wore some, I mean, I wore Crocs, but I have a pair of jellies, and I almost wore a robe over here today.
Okay.
Are those the
nice.
fake boobs you
should've.
put over your fake nipple because you got it ripped off at a water park?
We're talking about the Big Lebowski. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Turn your mic down for a second there,
I'll
number
piss on
3.
your goddamn rug right now. You stupid motherfucker.
Our sound guy
He's
isn't
gonna do
here
it
tonight.
on,
We
he's gonna
can't
do
do
that on
that.
accident.
I'm gonna piss where I don't know.
He's already pissed his pants twice sitting there.
You don't know that.
You're gonna see it if he
It's like a
stands
quiet
up.
place, but just piss.
That's his
piss
pants. A quiet place
It's
is his pants.
It's just
piss.
Jim Krasinski standing over a
Krasin-
waterfall, screaming under a fountain of my piss.
Let's just chill. It's Emily Blunt and
His
John,
wife.
John Krasinski.
Who gives a shit?
A lot of people on
He's
the
gonna be fucking.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be
lot
Stretchy
of
Man.
people on the
He's
internet.
gonna be Stretchy Man, and then he's just gonna give it to fucking Pop. What's his fucking name?
say Krasinski. Like
John Krasinski.
say it.
John Krasinski.
You're not saying it right.
Say Ted Kaczynski.
Ted Kaczynski.
He can say that.
He can say Krasinski.
What about Big
He's not
Lebowski?
Krasinski. He's not.
Where? Big Lebowski.
I wish he'd have just said the dude, and I would have been like, okay, he's fine.
The dude. Hey, do you have a joint? Be a
You
lot
mind if-
cooler if you did.
You mind if I do a J?
Mind if I smoke a J? Because I'm Matthew McConaughey and I drive for Lincoln.
That's fucking Jeff Bridges, dude.
No,
Stop.
that's Matthew McConaughey.
Listen, let me tell you something about Matthew
What does
McConaughey.
the dude?
You don't know shit about Matthew. You're not even from Texas.
Bro, you've never even read Green Lines.
Green light's just for homosexuals and retards.
Abels has though.
Here's the thing about Green Lines. I read it too.
Will Abels?
Here's the thing about Green Lines
What do you
is
think Will's
if you-
biography would be called?
mistakes. I got. Clip it.
I ran into a deer or I hit a pothole. I don't know. The guy that he
You know how I feel about
wrecks a car every 5 months.
I'm a big fan of potholes because I think women that smoke weed are great.
Women that smoke weed are the best.
Wait, can I show y'all a recording real quick?
Which one?
Oh God, what is it?
I was recording a podcast while driving a van on mushrooms.
Oh yeah, this is actually. Here's the thing: he needs to not show anyone this until it's been properly edited because it's actually fucking incredible. Legitimately, I love to hate on this guy, but this shit is actually
Very
a lot
smart.
of bullshit.
It's only 6 seconds of it. It's not the full clip.
But it can appear as very smart.
But give me a
It's edited
second.
correctly.
Give me another
Here.
round. I don't want that.
If you make it look nice. Yeah, he's been refusing.
Here's this guy who's talking about I did this drug podcast, and he refuses to smoke a left-handed cigarette.
Green cigarettes, folks.
Poser.
I'm just gonna show y'all the 6-second clip.
Okay. Put it up to the mic.
No, it's fantastic.
I'm recording a podcast while driving on mushrooms at night through the Utah plateaus.
That's crazy.
Holy shit! Oh, motherfucker!
That's the sound of me hitting a deer going like 60 miles per hour through
Got
the
the
Utah
entire thing.
plateaus. And I'm like talking, I'm like mid-story, and then it's just like, oh, holy shit. So it was like the deer was in the right lane, my lane, I'm coming around a corner where it's just a cliff that goes just off. And I see it probably like 100 yards in front. And I immediately when I see it stop on the brake, so I'm slowing down that whole time. And then I go into the left lane, and when I'm like 30 feet from it, it goes into the left lane, like at the last second, and I'm just stopping. I'm almost to a full stop, I hit it, and I hit the deer. It like barrel rolls. It barrel rolls probably like 5 feet, and then it just runs into the fucking. There was no dent on the car or anything, but it was just.
All right. Go ahead.
Wait.
Holy shit!
It sounded like I could hear your hydraulics.
Oh, motherfucker.
It's not the
Right at
hydraulic
the end.
That's my Jewish friend that's just like thinking about all the money we just wasted on this fucking van that he bought. Oh.
No video.
No video.
So you were in Utah on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's how I started the comedy stuff.
Really? In Utah?
Yeah, Mormon.
I was
Because you
working.
grew up in Baton Rouge.
I was working as
Grew
a
up strong. Raised.
I was working as a security guard at Rippy's on Broadway
Yes.
a couple days before Bonnaroo, and I saw this dude like in like obviously Bonnaroo gear, and I start
What does
talking.
that mean?
like
he's-
Grateful Dead
like
T-shirt. or
super
something.
tan Persian Jew. Wearing overalls that have like bedazzled gems all over it.
Ah.
And I'm like, oh, this dude's going to Bonnaroo in 2 days. And I go and I'm like talking to him, because I'm going to Bonnaroo in a couple days. And let me see this.
There you go.
And clip it.
Do you think that James Harden wine is the official wine of Bonnaroo? Whenever you want to get freaky, James Harden. Clip it.
And I just talked to him briefly for like an hour, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, if you need someone to camp with or something, like.
I have a bedazzled tent with my bedazzled
Like,
overalls.
just come camp with us or come meet up with us or whatever. The day of like the moving into Bonnaroo, he sends me a text and he's like, my friend like called out. Like.
What did they call? What exactly
Like, they
did they
said they're
call?
not going anymore.
They
They don't
called
wanna
out
go
of
to
the
Bonnaroo?
festival.
Yeah,
Who did they have to report to for that?
my friend.
Yeah, that was your friend in overalls.
Clip it.
My friend in overalls. And I was like, bro, you can just come camp with me. He's such a sneaky Jew that he just like, he like, it's a huge traffic lane and he sneaks,
Let's
he,
edit that
he
out.
opens the gate up and just drives his car into where we're at. And it just so happened that the people that were in front of me were,
Also
Going to-
Jewish.
yeah, and were camping at some other area. So they left. And I go to the, take a
on
shit in the fucking,
Here, I'll send that to him.
I'll take a shit in the fucking, what's it called?
The lake.
No.
At Bonnaroo,
Yeah, the fucking
A porta
shitter.
potty?
What's it called? Yeah.
they're called porta.
I come
What
back
are
and
you-
he's there.
What are you
You
talking
can't
about?
say the word porta potty. Let's come back
Yeah,
a little bit.
I'm not crude like you guys.
We're gonna get porta potties crude.
Yeah.
And
Porta John?
And saying he's so fucking Jewish he opened the fence isn't.
He had to escape.
All right, I'm gonna take a piss on that one. We'll be right back.
But we
Yeah, right out here, Ryan.
we went into the festival, and I learned about him, and he said he just sold his company for like
Nice.
$1 million or something like that. It was like a PSAT training company. Like they would have a
Ah.
tutor and they would train you for the PSAT. Sold
Oh,
that
wow.
for about $1 million, and he moved to South America for like 6 months, and became like a yoga instructor. Like he didn't know what to do, and he was just like in this in this yoga like. Surrounded by beautiful women, like hooking up with whatever you know what I mean.
Right, yeah.
Being a weirdo.
Living it up, doing yoga,
He wasn't
banging
actually
women.
a yoga instructor.
No, he was, but it was just
Okay.
like all these beautiful women are also trying
He's
to be
also
this
banging
certification
women.
of yoga instructor. If that makes any
Is there a
sense.
casting couch for that job?
I don't know.
There
No.
must be.
And he said he's always been interested in comedy, and he always brings this microphone around. And so we'd go around the festival like doing acid and like talking to people on the microphone, recording it. And we recorded all this podcast footage at Bonnaroo, me and him. And like we would get big crowds of people like at the festival coming in, and we're like making jokes or whatever. And then he was like, after that we went to Electric Forest like 3 days later, which is, you know what Electric Forest is?
It is another festival, right? But it's all like
the
EDM
craziest
stuff,
festival
right?
in the world. Like the construction of the festival is so crazy. I'm not even a big EDM fan at all.
But it's a lot of
I
like
grew up
visuals.
listening
Like
to
it's
EDM.
very, very.
I'm just saying like you can never go to one of the stages for all the whole course of the thing and have the most amazing time. It's just
Why?
like they've got people playing characters of like a play, like, and you're going on these quests and stuff like that, and it's just like a complete experience with actors and like
Wow.
and just like giant art structures throughout everything. You could never go to a concert and it's that. And we did that there. And then he was like, 6 months, let's go on the road and try to record a podcast about Americana and like the drug culture and stuff. So then I saved my money for like 6 months, and he buys this like $70,000 Winnebago.
Okay.
And then
Hell yeah.
he goes to Burning Man. I fly in a plane, and he takes the van and he records the podcast there. And I fly there, and I've been like, I'm gonna start my comedy career. I'm too much of a bitch to do comedy here first. I'm gonna go to a different
Nashville.
state. I'm gonna go to a different state and do it because I'm literally that scared. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I pick him up from Burning Man, and then we go to Reno, which has a lot of like, you remember the flood of Burning Man, and they said all those people couldn't get out, and everyone thought they were dying and they were eating people or whatever. Do you remember that?
No.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Burning Man.
I went to take a piss, and now you're talking about cannibalism?
Yeah. Now listen.
Okay,
And
that tracks.
I pick him up, and then we go to Reno, and so like all these really famous rich people like plan for this part of the year to be their vacation time,
Yeah.
and they plan in advance. So like when it goes after, they still want to keep partying, and they go into these neighboring cities, and they they continue to party like insane, like in these hotels. And so we're
Really?
following that, and we're like interviewing people as we're doing that. And I interviewed a homeless guy that tried to sell me meth. And then I went to
That was
my
in Vegas, wasn't it?
Reno.
Okay.
And then I went to my very first open mic in Reno after recording that. Ever. I'd never done stand-up before in Reno. It was literally in a fucking roundabout. Like,
Really?
you know,
Like
what
a tiny
roundabout?
little-
There was a bar on this roundabout, and we were doing comedy outside.
It was less comedy, more
Ah.
homelessness.
Yeah, and you'd go up, and people would be performing, and some
Sounds
guy would
like
just
it.
drive
That's
around in
nice.
his truck
It
and be
was,
like,
and the
"Y'all are
recording-
fucking gay.
The recording
You fucking
has actually
suck."
shows that. It's crazy.
I bet.
It really, like, the thing is, he's got something in those recordings that if the right editor got a hold of them, might make some people look at him in the vein of Hunter S. Thompson, which kind of makes me sick at my fucking stomach.
Hunter
But he
S.
actually
Thompson's
has
at the
that.
top of my inspiration board.
He actually,
you go,
he
buddy.
actually has that.
And then, so after the fucking,
That makes me very
after
mad.
the
It'd be
open,
interesting to see it.
listen to this. After the open mic,
Yeah, you say that. I said that. And then I saw it, and I said
Hey, listen.
an editor could do something with this.
Oh, for sure.
listen. After the open mic, they'd been doing a tournament of a roast battle, like all summer. And this was like the
Wow.
semifinals of it. So they did the open mic, and then the two guys roasted each other. And the winner of the roast, who was obviously like the funniest comedian of the night, we went up to him. We had all this pizza,
That'd be
and I
nice.
was just like a rhinestone cowboy, and someone was saying I like it up the ass and shit. And I
Did
was
you
like,
have
"No."
on the diamond overalls?
No, it's like this like 80s like ski jacket. It was blue, and my hair was silver and purple.
You know what goes great with an 80s ski jacket? James Harden wine.
But I go, hey man, like, do you want to come record a podcast? And he's like, yeah. And so then the winner of the roast battle comes in my car, and we get this other comedian and we do an interview with them, and I start doing a bunch of mushrooms, and I'm doing this podcast with them about like Italian cuisine. And he thought muffalato was like a racial slur. I was like, no, it's a sandwich. And he was like, what are y'all doing after this? They were going to go to another open mic. And I was like, we're going to go follow like we're going to go to the Burning Man after parties that exist in Reno, and they bring all the artwork to Reno after Burning Man.
Oh,
and so we're in this
shit.
casino like hotel, and we're like interviewing all these like super rich people. And
Really?
we meet this guy. We meet this guy who said he poured champagne on Justin Bieber,
Huh.
and he showed me this drug called 2BC. Do you know what that is?
No, never heard of that.
It's like this pink substance that's really popular at
EDM festivals.
at Burning Man that year,
Yeah.
and it's like a combination of like caffeine, ketamine, and Molly. And
Interesting.
opiates. And it's very weird. And we did that.
It kind of is a time dilator.
Yeah, it feels like opium. It feels like ethanol, or like
But-
Ethanol?
No,
Gas?
like in the movie.
no, ether. It's
Ether.
That's what he's
Ether.
meaning to say is ether, and it's more like it's like salvia without the trip, with kind of the bring down up of opiates.
And it's
That's
pink.
interesting.
That is
And they do it up their
interesting.
nose. And
Oh, they snorted. Okay.
sorry.
It's an interesting rich people drug, I guess.
And so this guy,
It is.
this guy that we're talking to, like we party with him all night, and he has this beautiful like German model with him all night, and we're sitting on these couches. He's fucked up, and he eventually gets interested in what we're trying to do and like record this conversation or whatever. And he goes, I have to fly back to Puerto Rico in the morning because I'm a rich person. I don't know. And he's like, I have all these drugs that I can't bring on the plane with me.
Do you want them?
Do you want them? Because they're left over from Burning Man.
Burning Man.
And they're like, yeah, sure, send it to us or whatever. And we go and we end up meeting this autistic programmer from California. We come to him and we're like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how autistic are you? And he's just like, because I'm thinking this dude's super autistic. And he's like, probably like a 2 out of 10. I wish I was more autistic so I could be more efficient at my job. And I'm like, oh, this guy's lying. This guy's way more autistic than 2 out of 10.
He's probably like
And
a 5.
He had literally like $1,000 chips in his hand. Like we're at the casino at this hotel. While this is all happening on this 2BC stuff. And he goes and he just like spends all of it, doesn't give a fuck. And he eventually invites us to this after party up in one of the hotel rooms at the casino.
Very
And
cool.
we party with him all night. He's a really nice guy. He's one of my good friends now. I've visited him multiple times. He's a super cool dude. Went to this after party, and he's just like this master programmer that's worth like millions and millions of dollars. Like at the end of the night, we were eating at a diner at like 6 a.m. And he was like, "Do you want to come on a private plane back to San Francisco with us?" I'm like, "We got the van. Like we can't
We
like
can't
leave
leave.
the van. You know what I mean?" And so we end up sleeping in the van in the parking lot of this casino. And the guy never texted us about the stuff that he was gonna leave for us. You know
That's a
what I'm
bummer.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
no.
at 3 in the afternoon, he sends us a picture. He's like, I just got on my plane. And he sends us a picture of a brown paper bag on a random street in Reno, like next to a trash can. And it's like, that's where I left it. And we're like,
Good luck.
and like most of the nights on this trip, I would just wake up and the van would be moving.
Oh, yeah, because he'd be driving
He's
your
just
buddy.
He got the text. I was asleep. We're driving towards it. And we got like the basic vicinity of what we're doing. And we're both just sleeping in jeans every night because it's hot and it's like the desert. I don't know. And we're living in this
Right.
van. And we're walking around with our shirts off, no shoes, in downtown fucking
Reno. You can't go
just
in anywhere,
jeans,
I
looking
imagine.
like two gay prostitutes. And we're walking around these streets, and then I see the bag, and we go get the bag. In this bag is like a pound of weed. Or like a shit ton of weed. And then like multiple containers of 2BC. Like little
vials of it or something?
And
Oh,
then
wow.
like multiple grams of cocaine.
Nice.
And then
That's a great party.
and then like I'm trying to think. And then like a couple grams of mushrooms. It's just like, well, we were looking at it. You've been drinking all night, you know. You're at this weird party. You're just like,
What Feezel's saying is he is now controlled by the CIA and he doesn't even know it.
Ah.
that's my biggest fear.
CIA control, mind control starter kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind control starter kit next to the trash can.
No, so over the course of the journey,
Who's
we
saying
just
no?
bargain with everyone with all this shit that we have. Like for whatever we need at the time, you know. The winner of the roast battle invites us to his house on Lake Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
You know about Lake Tahoe?
I've heard of it, yeah. Never been, though.
It's a lake.
It's one of the most beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's one of the
right?
most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
And it's like these beautiful pine trees, like with a little bit of rock, and then you come. All of a sudden, it just turns into like straight beach and just like the most beautiful lake you've ever seen.
Gorgeous.
Kind of looks like Switzerland.
It's
Oh,
wild.
sick.
And I wrote this memoir of like my opinions of like Americana and like Reno culture, because we talked about these we talked to these Native American Indians that were like addicted to meth, that were like talking about like
Wow.
the culture and
Holy
like
shit.
That.
That's something that'd be really,
an
truly, dude.
and,
Wow.
Don't
and
talk
they were,
about the natives
That's
like
nuts.
that.
no, they were
The
so
indigenous
nice and
folks.
amazing.
Thank
and
you.
they taught me about like the rivers in the area and like
What did they
how
say?
the Indians crossed. And then we went to the local library and like read the local Indian books and like.
They did some of the meth they were addicted to.
No,
Did math.
he I was sitting there thinking about going to the open mic, and he came up to me, and he was like,
Have you ever tried
crystal or
water?
weed? And he was like, I'm looking for crystal or weed. Like, what do you have? And I was just like, I've got a bunch of weed. And I interviewed all these Native American people
Ooh, shit.
Indigenous.
That's
and gave
cool.
them a shit ton of weed. And so we're at the fucking, I'm sorry, we're talking about we're at the Lake Tahoe, and we take all the 2BC.
Okay. So you take that drug, that ketamine mixed.
Yeah. And we're on this fucking, paddleboard that's probably like 11 feet long. And me, the Jewish friend that I met at Bonnaroo, and the king of the roast battle of Reno take it all at the same time. But the problem was me and the roast battle of Reno had been just like working and not doing drugs. And Shlomi had been at Burning Man doing drugs the whole time.
The Jewish guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
His
Jewish
name is
guy.
Shlomi?
Yeah.
And Slowby
And
Slowby probably is experienced then, so he's
he's
like,
a very smart guy. and so I have this time-lapse video of us it's probably like, I realized it was probably like 3 hours long. It's like 20 minutes and I like to go through it. And we take it all at the same time, and we all just go nonverbal for like 3 hours on the tape. Like we're all just like laying down on the fucking board, and then the roast battle of Reno is just looking around like. And then at like 2.5 hours or something, we hear this guy driving by with like Mexican gangster music playing. Like it's like the shit you hear when you die if you're a Mexican gangster.
What do you hear when you die if you're a Mexican gangster?
Bunch of horns.
Yeah,
dude.
And we're laying down,
dude.
and we both look up at the same
cash.
time, and he looks me dead in my eyes,
All right.
and we're like this close to each other, and he's like, "Do you like these drugs?" And I'm like, "No," I'm like, I don't like these drugs at all. And he's like, I'm freaking out. And you can see me like trying to paddle us back in to the shore. And then as soon as my feet touch the shore, I feel fine. I'm like, the Molly part kind of kicks in, and the caffeine.
Yeah,
and like I'm on ground. I'm not like getting motion sickness, and I'm feeling amazing. And me and this guy, this local comedian that's pretty good at Reno, I literally like we go on a walk, and I tell him all my material.
Okay.
All my comedy material, and we go through all of it. And he's like, "This is good, da 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 da. You should rewrite these punchlines, da 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 da." And I still do some of those punchlines to how he rewrote it.
Really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
like I still like.
Which one?
When I'm talking about fucking the retarded girl in college, and
Which one of those is a joke? Clip it.
and I realized the guy's like, dude, like.
You can't have sex with a mentally disabled person.
No, that's not what happened. Okay, when I was hammered and the disabled girl was flirting with me, and I was just being nice, and he kept telling me she's retarded, and I kept thinking he meant like the slang term of retarded.
Feezel
like, oh, she's crazy.
Feezel hearts MDPs.
And
DPs.
Yeah.
and at the beginning of the conversation,
like disabled
she started talking to me about chicken nuggets. And the conversation goes on for like 45 minutes.
And you didn't figure out she was retarded.
And I didn't know she was retarded while the guy's trying to warn me. She eventually like asked for my phone number.
What's that?
We're being robbed.
Are we?
No.
Oh, I wish we were.
No.
So that's a good place to end the
It's
Feezel having
it's
sex
probably
with MDP.
The roommate needing me to move my car or something, I bet.
MDPs.
No, but I said,
What's your punchline and what's his?
I just said,
Both incredibly offensive.
the
What's not
punchline that I
offensive is
wrote
the taste of
was
James Harden
just,
wine.
I'm like, he's like, that girl, I'm like, he's like, this sorority has a special ed girl in it. And she just flirted with you and got your phone number. And I go, fuck, I should have known. We talked about chicken nuggets for like 45 minutes. And I just mention it like once at the beginning of the bit, and it goes on for a while. And then he wrote a second punchline that I do after that, where he goes, so there I was at Chick-fil-A with this retarded girl. And the joke just goes on. He wrote that while we were just fucked up on 2CB. But Shlomi is tweaking. Like his body's having withdrawals, and he's literally like on the ground, like
What's he
like
doing?
shaking
Really?
from like just
Look at the
too
camera.
much.
Look at the
too
camera.
much
Drugs.
Too much
Again.
fucking
Thank you.
drugs.
Clip it.
And we had to give him magnesium so it would slow his jaw
Yeah.
and stuff.
Wow.
Tweaking.
Tweaking. Clip it.
Clip it.
Tweaking.
Tweak and clip it.
That's
But he persevered.
wow. He persevered. That's
It
good,
shows-
dude. Going through withdrawals is very, very hard, man. I went through that when I quit drinking for like a couple of weeks.
My friend just went through cocaine withdrawals.
Just like laying in bed, like very, very sick and like hallucinating and shit. It was very wild. It was a very crazy experience.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the withdrawals. Withdrawals are miserable, but what's not miserable is the taste of a lovely James Harden by J.
Yeah.
Shed wine.
Precisely.
Whenever this gets posted, I'm going to go through and I'm going to clip out every time I've mentioned James Harden wine and just post it over and over on all of his social media.
I think you should.
I will. I live for the internet, troll Nick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah, I believe in free time.
Free time is fun.
It's, yeah.
It is fun. I like my free time.
I've seen that on your Instagram. You've got a very cute little dog.
Yes, I post her all the time.
I see that.
Because that is all I do is spend time with her. Actually,
Yeah, it's great energy.
dude, there's some funny one. I'll show you. My girlfriend was like wrestling with my dog. Did you see that face? Dude, she's like...
She's ready for it. Dude, she loves that frisbee.
She does.
Yeah.
She loves a lot of toys.
Yeah.
What toys do your dogs like?
My dogs don't like toys. What they like is
None.
destruction.
Oh,
My
Leia
dog-
likes destruction too. She grabs things and like, thrashes around
Yeah.
with them like...
Danny is like she is a meticulous destroyer, whereas like she'll, like the fire hose toys. So like she loves the fire hose toys, and she'll find she'll chew the whole thing up and then find the one little weak spot. And those toys are supposed to be indestructible. I've sent 4 of them back, and they have sent me more toys.
It's good.
It is good, but man, she just is. She actually tore my first apartment when I came down here to MTSU. She tore a hole.
MTSU.
Not at all.
Not even. Very redneck place.
I'm not
MTS Blue.
I'm not doing anything with my degree.
There you go.
MTSU.
Thank you. But she tore a hole in the door, basically like this size. If you can just imagine.
Wow. Is that your little dog or your
No,
big dog?
it's
Yankee
the big
Candle.
The big dog is not big. She's a Corgi German Shepherd, so she's got that German Shepherd attitude with that Corgi ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's good.
Yes.
And she tore a hole in the door, and I had to get the Kevlar lining and screw it into the door, just because I was like, there's no point in replacing this. She'll do it again.
Right.
She has no feeling in her mouth.
Kelsey.
That's crazy. Kels, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Hey,
What's up,
surprise drop-in. We have our good friend.
Wait,
He's over here off camera, but
how do we get him in this bitch?
I don't know. Kels, do you want to sit
together?
Do you want to take
Look
rev
at this
seat?
motherfucker.
So we got. Hey, do you want some Crown Royal or some of this? I don't know.
We're all
No one gives Kelsey the respect he deserves.
Kelsey, I'll tell you. You know what we're out of is James Harden wine.
Yeah.
James Harden got his own wine?
Look at the camera when you say that.
James Harden got his own wine?
James Harden, the official wine of bullshitting.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Ruining the game.
We were also talking shit about Bronny James earlier.
Oh.
A lot of that.
Did you know Bronny James is in Alaska fighting ice dragons?
This motherfucker has watched
How
Game
much
of
have you
Thrones.
been drinking today?
Not enough.
They've been drinking quite a bit. There's beer, there's whiskey, there was wine.
Okay, last time I saw y'all was doing a duel at my open mic, and that was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, on a bridge,
On
right?
the bridge. He did the bridge one.
Boys.
You just
they
catch
were
them anywhere.
trolls.
They're like homeless comedians.
Show up.
Now they found a home.
We heard that story for about 40 minutes of Feezel's homelessness,
homelessness?
intro
Dude,
into comedy.
We've talked a lot about Feezel's homelessness throughout the country. Wait?
I've been homeless at least twice.
Yeah.
For like 2 or 3 years at one point in time. Yeah. And nobody even knew it. I still did everything like I did normally every day. No, my best friend didn't even know I was homeless.
Really?
I didn't want to tell everybody that because it was like my part of my business, so I had to figure it out. So I lived in my car and I had like all my stuff in my I took a shower at like Planet Fitness. Had like a little TV in my car sometimes. I want to watch my phone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro.
Come to
Nobody
Dirty
knew.
Mike and the Boys, Kelsey. Come to Dirty Mike and the
Dude,
Boys.
I might come.
Where have you been?
I've been doing shows. Everybody just
That's true.
everywhere. Yeah, that's where
Do
everybody-
our show, please.
I'm gonna go to y'all show. When's y'all next show? This Thursday?
It's
next week?
happening right now.
Right now, yeah. It's y'all.
It's Wednesday
Mike
night.
Pablo's running it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw it. So I'll be there. Was it next Thursday?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Okay.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Man.
I have this
Full
show
I'll
on
be there
Wednesday,
right after
so I will
football.
not be there, but
Yeah, it's
I'll
a
be there
spirit.
when we go back to every other week later.
Oh, later. How's life
We're-
been?
Life's good, dude. I mean, I'm doing,
What about you two fellas?
stuff.
You two knuckleheads, Beavers and Butthead.
These two, dude. Good Lord.
They're fired. You know.
Fire.
He was like,
They've been an interesting couple tonight. I'll say that, dog.
That's my guys right there, man. They're funny. Yeah. They're funny.
We talked conspiracy theories. We talked about Antarctica earlier.
Oh, do you believe in Antarctica?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I said LeBron James is the king of Antarctica. and he's riding ice dragons, keeping us, the normal folk, from going to Antarctica.
Oh, because he's so big and you don't think he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he turns into his giant
It's,
form.
it's just the black people genes, I guess. I don't know.
And that's how Bronny James is on the Lakers.
I think the reason why there's black people are built like that is because in Africa, we had to survive. And so we had to be the biggest thing out there.
Animals and shit, dude.
Animals and
Lions.
shit.
dogs versus dogs.
Dogs and dogs, and we can run real fast.
Hell yeah.
Got an extra muscle in our leg for no
Phone
reason.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's an extra muscle. Well, I went to an all-white high school, so
Oh, that's what they say.
yeah, they used to ask me all the questions. How in the fuck you run so fast? You big as hell.
My grandpa was sure of that.
That's what I know your grandpa. Yeah, I can see that.
My grandpa
I can
was
see
sure of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like, them damn niggers. They got to be running. They running because of runners.
Well, it was.
We can never catch them.
There's nothing scarier than a large man that can run fast.
Oh, that is
Right,
true.
that was scary.
That's the
I
scariest
watch
thing.
Cops, and I watch.
Dude, that's
I watch
terrifying.
Cops, and
Fuck yeah.
sometimes I watch it just to get a good kick out of it. And this guy is, no point intended, had a pig. He had a tink tink, where the leg is gone. He's just a roboted leg.
Oh,
He had a
dude.
He was a
Pastorial.
police officer.
He had
He's
a-
like a he was chasing
Had
a
a
black dude. When I
Pastorius.
saw him jump the fence without touching the fence, I said, "Oh yeah, he's different. He's got black legs.
He's literally built different.
He is built different. That dude.
There's a different leg there.
Oh yeah, it is not that leg, but
Yeah,
A
dude.
third leg.
He got metal legs.
Can you imagine getting raped by a RoboCop?
I would,
like Murphy.
Like Judge Dredd.
Oh, like
I am the executioner.
Is he gonna stick the leg in?
He's got a robot penis, is what I'm saying.
Oh, dude.
Thought about that?
In the last 25 seconds.
Yeah, you have.
No, never.
I don't think I
Have you
want
seen
that.
Judge
Yeah,
Dredd,
I don't
though?
think about that. No.
Would you?
I want to do the drug that they do on Judge Dredd, where they do like the red inhaler and then like time slows down.
Would
That'd
you?
be sick.
Like
Would
DMT.
You, let me say this: would you like date a robot if they was like robot life?
I
Like,
wouldn't.
I'm gonna
Is
get
she
rolled off
fully
bitches?
robot?
No.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I wouldn't.
What's the difference? I mean, you gotta, you can cut her off when you want to.
No, they know the prices and availability of everything, dude. That's exhausting.
It would be exhausting.
Yeah, she'd be like, this movie starts at this time, and this is the run time for the fucking previews. And it's just like, shut the fuck up.
She's already seen the whole
Sure,
movie, so
same
she's
way.
talking through the whole thing.
She's like, do you think that this character's doing this here?
But you can teach her how to jack you off.
No, she already knows.
She knows how. She knows how to do
No,
everything.
because
just downloads that.
Nah,
because
she-
women
AI,
really don't know how to
dude.
jack men off.
I don't
So,
know, dude. You've not been
Ah,
I've never been
dude.
jacked off by a
You
woman.
just gotta
that, like,
tell them, dude.
I-
I know my grip. This bitch don't know my grip.
Yeah,
so,
You
here's.
teach them like Jackie Chan and the Karate Kid.
Are you not a big fan of the long acrylic nails? There's something about that sound that really does it for me.
No,
There
I'm
you
not
go,
really a fan
buddy.
of the long crib.
I love it. If
I
my-
like them too.
If my
Down
back
with
it doesn't have if I don't leave with maybe I need stitches there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
they stretch
talking
your
about?
back. Oh yeah.
And it's but when they're giving you a
John Wick.
hand job and there's just like a certain clack. It's kind of like what I think Santa's reindeer sound like, but like with her hand on your penis.
he said the Santa's reindeer.
Yeah.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
That's right. And you need to be a fan of like those inch or longer acrylic nails because they know how to give hand jobs.
Yes.
Do you
For
think?
real.
Hey,
I've
Well,
never
my lady does
ejaculated on that.
jujitsu, so she knows grip, dude.
Oh, I know she
I
knows grip.
mean,
She got
she
that
knows
pressure.
grip.
She doesn't know grip. She
I don't
knows
think I can
pressure.
date. I don't think I can date somebody that just like for real, like full
That's
time
hot.
class. It's. I feel like if I'm gonna wrestle with her because I like to wrestle and like she just got me in some bullshit, I'd be mad as hell. No, I can't.
Dude, my girlfriend almost broke my leg the other night. I swear to God.
Yeah, I
She
couldn't.
almost killed my ass. Trying to put her in a guillotine, and then she just starts twisting my leg.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And she's about to snap this, and she's like, "Why'd you tap out?" I was like, "Cause you're gonna snap my leg."
Yeah. Does your girl do jiu-jitsu too?
No, she just went to juvie for a while.
She knows how to fight.
She does.
Maybe jail.
Was she in Murfreesboro juvie? What was she? That's it's
I don't
dangerous
know.
over
She
there.
at 840.
She's a changed woman. She's a great gal.
Madison.
Madison, oh yeah, Madison. Madison was the worst juveniles in
Who the fuck
Tennessee,
is
I've heard.
Madison?
It's Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Heard they got a terrible
believe
juvenile. Or they have a terrible. Franklin was pretty easy. I stayed in that motherfucker, but
How does it feel to be a female football coach?
honestly, honestly,
Speaking of jail.
Jail, yeah. It is not as bad as you think it can be, but it is very fucking stressful. Without even playing, it's just stressful because you gotta repeat yourself.
Explain the stress of that job.
There's so much stress in there. Trying
That
to teach
bitch punched me in the tit.
Well, you gotta sometimes do hands-on coach, especially in football.
What do you mean
Yeah, you do.
hands on?
I get that.
Yeah, hands-on. So you like, I'm trying to like block somebody. I gotta touch their titties.
Yeah, they don't
Block
care.
her. But I tell people all the time, like, listen,
For a second.
I don't find them attractive like that. I
Yeah,
feel like
these are
they're
your bros.
they're like my sisters, like big brothers, sisters, because that's how they
Yeah.
act.
You know the
like they
number-
pass gas on the field
Yep.
and laugh about it.
The
You know what I'm saying?
nice.
What kind of like,
Hell yeah, dude.
like how can I look at her like that? You know what I'm saying?
The number
She
one
got more armpit hair than me.
pornography in
What do I
Texas
want?
is brother sister porn.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying,
Calm down.
statistically,
Yeah.
that's on the Pornhub
The
map.
James Harden line is
I
getting
don't
wish it
understand that either.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah.
when you're coaching them, is it full 11 on 11?
Full 11 on 11, shoulder pads. They get
Helmets?
some of our girls get paid to play.
Wow.
How'd you get in?
Really?
That one of the owners of the team has known me for a while, and they know I coach football, so they asked me if I wanted to come and help. So I went out there to come and help, and then the same day he asked me if I wanted to run the offensive coordinator. So that's how
Nice,
I'm pretty.
dude.
What kind of offense you running? With
I
these
run right now. I run a single
A
wing.
tight
offense.
X?
Single
like
wing?
Single wing. So
Okay.
an old school BYU 1935 offense kind of, but with my little flags in.
dude.
Right.
That means you can't look up film on it. But now because everybody's trying to run it, I've been running for like 10 years. Now there's film out there on it.
Yeah.
It's very hard to kind of have to get out of it a little bit, especially at that age.
Well, it's closer. It's closer to the Georgia Tech offense than
Sorta.
it is anything else.
Yeah.
Without you just have that flanker that floats around.
Floats around.
What
yeah.
do they say when they get excited?
Yay!
It's hilarious.
My pussy.
What do they say?
No.
Is that what they
My
say?
pussy?
They never
No,
say my pussy. on the
my
field?
favorite part was when I was practicing, and you know how you go in the center. So when you go in the center, you gotta get your hands all the way up under there. So you almost gotta touch. We say we touch our nuts, right? Like get on there and touch your nuts. Well, I was like,
Nut to butt.
Like you gotta touch your coochie, right? I was like, you just gotta put your fingers on your coochie.
Get in there.
Get in there. So I have to sometimes go underneath, right?
Yeah, you do.
And our linemen are some big girls, right? They're not small
They
girls.
better
And
be.
Hey, big girls.
That's right. You
And
want them
one
to
of the
be.
girls put her hand under there, and she was like, I'm under there. And the girl was like, no, you're not. You're on my fupa. Because I was under there, I saw it in real action.
Yeah, you did.
So I saw the hand on the fupa, and the girl, I just busted out laughing. I was like, that's not the coochie, that's the fupa. Me
That's
experience from fupa, I know what a fupa looks like.
That's that food.
So it's a pretty decent, stupid ass job, but it's fun though.
That's
like it's
awesome.
fun because some of those girls are really athletes. Like you'd
Yeah.
be amazed, like damn that motherfucker's running. Or we have one girl that's my nightmare right now. I cannot figure out how to stop her. Can't figure out how to get her out.
She's
my
your
way.
enemy?
She's my enemy, and she's the nicest girl you. But
She's
when
on a
she
different
shook my
team?
hand, she hit my hand. I said, "Damn, this bitch strong. What is this?" Yeah, but she
That's what it's about.
the first year we played her last year. Her name's Christina Mason. But the first year I played her, she
Shout
had
out Christina Mason.
Shout out to Christina Mason.
Christina Mason.
Clip it.
A beast.
Yeah. She's all the way.
The Marshawn Lynch of female
When I'm
football.
telling you, no, she's the Ray Lewis. She
she
plays that
killed somebody.
linebacker.
Oh, that's
She
scarier.
killed somebody?
She had
shit.
51 tackles, 2 games we played her.
51 tackles in 2 games?
So she's pretty much
Oh
tackling
yeah,
everyone.
she's pretty much everywhere on the field. So every time I turn around, she's there again. So every time I turn around, she's there again. I'm like, bruh, can somebody put a hand on her? And then we'll send 2 people, and she still somehow get away from it and make the tackle again. So she's been my nightmare for the last 2 years playing against her. I cannot get past her. It's always her. Like she's been on highlight
You
reel
gotta
from
do
our
the
team
Karate
twice.
Kid, dude.
How many
You
kids
gotta-
does she
You gotta
have?
injure
I think she had just had a baby. She had just had a baby
punch for the baby.
the year prior.
Damn, dude.
Oh.
She just had a child a year
So
prior.
she's
She's,
got- beast.
she's only like
She's got
probably
something
like
to prove.
5'7", 5'8", maybe 150, 60 pounds.
Tell the other girls
That's
to
how
punch
you
her
do it.
vagina.
That legitimately
and her
sounds
girlfriend's
like.
a quarterback, and she's throwing dots everywhere. Like
Jeez, dude.
it's bullshit. Like
She's out there piecing them up.
piecing them up. It's
got
bad.
Tom Brady as a
Got Tom Brady
girlfriend.
as fucking quarterback right now. So it's a lot of things. They're going to the playoffs, and last year they did pretty well. This year they did really well, which I knew from the first year. We was the first team to play them this year, and I was like, they won the championship.
Do you have
Like there
dreams
was that
about
much.
her?
No, don't have dreams about her.
He has nightmares
I have
about her
nightmares when I
asshole.
know I have to play her the next week.
He has nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
They're not dreams, they're nightmares.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Nightmares.
It's like
she's,
your alligators.
The team is just really good. They are
dark
beating everybody
horse.
like about 50 points right now. So, and they have like 40 players, close to 40 players, they're almost a D2 team. So, they're really better than every D3 team they played. They blew every team out. The only team they lost to was a D2 team by like 1 point or 2 points. They barely lost. So,
Wow.
and they had to travel to them. So, but yeah.
Are you getting paid by this?
No, I'm not. Crazy, crazy, right?
That's what I like to
That
hear.
is crazy.
But it's not.
It's
It's
for
not
the
about
good of the community.
It's good for the community. I want to always. I've been coaching for like 10 plus years, and I never just sat there and said I want to get paid for the shit. I came there to just give back. So I did youth for free forever. I'm doing middle school for free this year. I do it all.
yeah.
Like I want to give out instead of just saying, oh, I'm accepting this and not really taking the full advantage of what I could do. Like for these people, I still have kids hit me up and they're 18. I have parents, they still hit me up from like different different states. They still come and see me. I see all the kids. It's pretty cool. So I like that part about it,
cool.
like that where everybody knows, hey, Coach Kelsey, what's up? And they see me walking down the street or somewhere in Franklin. So it's pretty cool.
That's how I
And the
feel
girl-
about being a summer camp counselor. I was a summer camp counselor for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And you still have
Oh,
those
sick.
connections from like a long time
Long time ago, yeah.
And you're just like, you're not getting paid shit, you know?
No,
You're just
no.
fucking doing it for...
Doing it for the love, and,
Yeah.
and everybody's always out there just trying to get from somebody, get from somebody instead of just trying to help.
I feel
And
like comedy needs to be like that more.
That's true.
It does.
It does. And like how I see it is like I was in the state custodies and locked up in juvenile. And I watched those parents in group homes that didn't have kids. Their parents didn't have it. So I was like, I'm gonna give back, and this is my giving back to the community. That's why I started coaching. Because I loved it, but I was like, oh, let's not coach and let's give back because I can relate to that kid. I know what he's going through right now. I usually have like during summer, I have like 5 or 6 kids at the crib, just chilling with me. And parents don't even call me. I'll be pissed because they don't even call me all week long. I'm like, you know your son is at my house? Yeah, he good. I'm like, all right, bro. So yeah, so I usually take them. We go on like Chattanooga and do travel football with them, and I pay for all that most of the time and do the fundraisers and try to get the kids all the way up there to go to Knoxville and play in tournaments to, give them something they can see out there outside their little league. You know, they can go to a different.
That's right.
I think the biggest tournament here is called Rocky Top in Knoxville. It's like 400
Football
teams.
tournament?
Mm-hmm. 400
Dang.
teams come
Oh,
from
that's
different.
fun for them.
Man, it is so many. You'll be seeing the wildest, the names, because the names are not normal. You know, most of the names are not normal.
Right.
But our first
Broad
year.
wave elite.
Yeah, right, yeah. Some crazy bullshit. Mob squad. You know, yeah. They fucking crazy. So we had my first year went to Rocky Top, and I took my team, and I knew we was pretty big size, but I only practiced 1 week, so I don't know how they was gonna do, how I was gonna play with them. And we got in the lowest bracket. Somehow they put us in the low bracket, and I was like, I don't know why they did this. I really got some ballers over here. Like, I don't think you want to do that. We see the first team we played, the little white guys from Ohio. They was like 7 or 8 years old, 155 pounds, soaking wet. I was like, oh, we finna beat the shit out of these. Man, they beat us.
Did you say
They had not
did
one
you
black
say
kid on my team.
7 or 8 and 155 pounds?
Yeah, that was small. That was
Those
small.
were massive.
That's
That's incredibly
huge.
fat
Look,
kids.
to most people that don't play football, but we see kids as like.
No, I know.
huge.
I understand that because
Yeah.
at 12 years old, I weighed 235 pounds.
Oh yeah, big.
Jeez, what?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a big boy.
Listen to me, we got a
were?
kid.
Yeah.
No way.
I had tape. I never didn't have tape on my helmet.
Yeah, I always had tape on my
I
helmet.
always had
Yeah, I
tape
always
on
had
my
it on my
helmet.
so-
Just it's
Yeah,
part of the deal.
It's part of the deal. When you're a lineman, you got tape on your helmet.
When you're big, you
Okay.
got tape
It's
on your
okay.
helmet.
I call my linemen big backs.
Yeah.
You know, all my linemen
Big
big
backs.
backs. Yeah, big backs come here. They're like big backs on 3, big
That's
backs
right.
on me. You know, they break out.
Because they're gonna turn out and be an athletic
Yeah.
or retarded.
So my little cousin, he played running back for 4 years straight. Got to 8 years old and gained like 35 pounds between that time.
Won't let
And
him
I
touch
said-
the ball.
I said, listen, I'm sorry, you're not running back no more. And now he is 6'5", 300 pounds,
Yep.
310 plays,
Jeez.
left tackle for Page right now.
Yep.
Dog.
Dog.
So it's just like you can
dog.
tell when a child changed their body.
Yeah.
My son is not that big. My daughter is big. I don't get it. I can't figure it out.
I just feel like it's a very large 7 or 8 year old. I
That's a
don't know.
big- I've seen
I've
some
never
7,
met
8. I've
one that
seen
weighs
some.
that much.
Like
I don't
10,
think.
10, I get 155. Dude, 7 years old at 155,
7 doesn't
that
sound
hurts
right.
my feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
10
So we have
But
one.
Ohio,
we have
they're
one
out
right
there.
now that
Maybe.
lives next door, the 2 doors down from me. He's 7 years old. He's 100 and maybe 65 right now.
Oh my God.
At 7 years old?
7 years
Good
old.
Lord.
He's a big.
Diabetes.
Dude, that's not a big
We
kid.
listen-
That's a giant.
When every
Kelsey,
time-
don't
I don't-
normalize that.
I'm not
Don't
normalizing.
fucking normalize that. Clip it.
He's not tall at all.
That's-
It's not even close. But the fact is like
It's like Dave Blunt.
every kid that you
Dave
ever know
Blunt's.
is always something with. If they're a big person, they only got one letter in front of their names.
Yeah.
I've only coached kids like that. Like if any big kid on my team, I'm like, oh, your name Big Z. I'm like, yep. He don't even respond to I had a Big Z
Big
on my
Z.
team, Big E, Big everything. Everything with one letter and
Yeah.
just, oh, yep.
Yep.
Big G.
All right,
Dude,
Z, cool.
when I was 12, I've got
Z.
people in my family that are like professional athletes.
Yeah, yeah. Professional what?
Athletes
Uh-huh.
It's
in
true.
my family, like my godmother's kid and like my cousins are all professional athletes.
Okay.
And
That's
when,
true.
What happened?
when I was like 12, I
To
was
him?
still small.
I have one cousin that was a professional athlete.
I was so small.
Really?
Like when I
NASCAR
got to high
driver.
school,
Okay.
and everyone else was huge.
Dude,
Even the
that
women in my family were like 6 foot, like shit like that.
Right.
And so I've been taking Adderall the whole
Sterling
time,
Marlin.
and been stunning my growth.
that
And
NASCAR
they're like, why is he so
driver.
small?
That's why.
But it's
Yeah.
like-
Number 40 cool.
Yeah, Adderall, you do that.
I've
But when I was 13, they started giving me
memorabilia of
HGH.
his.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
don't
like,
know.
for like 6 months, from when I was
So
like
he's
12
he's
to
a cousin on
13,
my
I
mom's
took
side
like
of the
HGH
family.
for like
My
3 to
mom's
5
mom,
months.
My grandmother's.
And then I
His
grew,
aunt?
I grew like
Your grandmother's his aunt?
2.5
Your
inches every year for like,
Like his-
6
I
years.
think my grandmother's like.
I went from being like 5 foot.
his aunt, I think.
I was like, my freshman year of high school, I was like 5'1", like
That's
99
what-
pounds.
We're that
And my
kind
sophomore
of
year of college, I was
family
like
here.
6'2".
Because he's from Columbia.
That
My
was
family's
fucking-
mostly from
Yeah.
But like by the time that I was like actually
like
tall
that
at
whole
like
area,
5'8", when I'm like a junior or whatever,
Yeah.
like the time to like foster any kind of like physical
Ability.
skill is gone.
That's the lot. So we're
That's
going to go
the
ahead
lot.
and cut this
We're gonna
motherfucker
cut it.
off. I'm Nevin. This is Feezel,
Feezel,
Nick, and Kelsey. Hey,
Kelsey.
thank you guys so much.
Fuck you all. Good night.
James Harden wine.
Eat some ass. Oh, yeah, like I was